Hey guys, what's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Come on in. Come on in here. I'm going live on my laptop again, so I figured it'd probably be a better stream versus on my phone. For some reason, my phone be acting up sometimes. I don't know what that notification was about, but I think that was my Monopoly game. So, anywho, the reason I titled is going down in the kitchen. I decided to challenge myself to a new recipe that I've never tried before. Now, normally when I make like chicken stew recipes, I do it the old-fashioned way, like southern like style, like chicken thighs and like Yukon potatoes and little onions, some garlic powder, and the works, the old school black folks way. But this time, I found something very tasty. I actually found it on YouTube. I was scrolling YouTube and I was also scrolling TikTok earlier. And I found several similar recipes, but they're all pretty much the same thing. So, this is a Caribbean style brown stew chicken recipe. That's what it's called, brown stew. So, I got all my lovely chicken thighs already skinned up. This is what they look like. See? See, don't they look pretty? Okay. And I'm about to glaze these suckers up and marinate them for at least a cool 3 hours. Because it says to marinate them overnight, but you honestly don't need to marinate them overnight. You can do it for at least 3 to 5 hours, according to certain recipes. They're all pretty much the same, like I said. So, in this recipe, it basically includes like your basics, your sea salt, coarse black pepper, all-purpose seasoning, pimento, which I do not have. That's like the only ingredient I'm not using with this lovely recipe. But I have all the rest. Don't worry. Paprika, browning. I don't even know what the hell browning was, by the way. I'm gonna show y'all in a minute what it looks like. One small onion, half red bell pepper, two garlic cloves minced, six fresh thyme sprigs. Damn it, I left out the thyme sprigs. That's okay. Get it next time. A half scotch a bonnet. Now, I don't know what that is. I think that's an island thing. I don't know what that is. Forgive me. I'm a little country. Then we also have cooking oil, of course, brown sugar, 500 milliliters of water, stock granules, pretty much like chicken stock or chicken broth is what that means. And then that's pretty much it in your chicken. Now, I prefer to use thighs. I don't know about you guys, but you can also use drumsticks as well. A lot of people, like the Caribbean folks, they like to use drumsticks for this particular recipe, but you can use chicken thighs. The more meatier, the better, because anything like chicken breasts, it's not going to go well with the marinade and it's not going to last long. It's not going to taste right. But you definitely want to use either chicken thighs or the legs, the drumsticks, because of the dark meat. Dark meat is better when you simmer it and you marinate it. It's a whole nother ball game. So we're going to start off with step one. We added our chicken to a bowl, which I showed you already. Then we're going to season with salt, pepper, all-purpose, pimento, paprika, and browning. Then marinate it in the fridge. Okay. So according to the instructions, I need 1 teaspoon of sea salt. I got these lovely little teaspoon rings right here. I've had these jokers for a very long time, by the way. So where's my sea salt? I know it's over here. Hold on. Forgive me, I didn't have all my ingredients out. I got big. Thank God it's over here in my little cabinet. So here's my little signature select sea salt that I got here. Check it out. Check it out. And my black pepper. I just bought this joker today. It's my black pepper. And let's see. What else is on there? Sea salt, black pepper. I'll just make sure I get all the stuff to the marinade bowl. All-purpose. Now, I could not find all-purpose seasoning, but as an alternative, I think this is close enough. Forgive me if I'm wrong, but I found Cajun seasoning. I don't know what the hell Cajun seasoning is, but I think it's close enough. It's Caribbean style. You know, a little spice to, you know, look Jamaican things, you know. They say things. It's not gonna hurt. A little spice won't hurt nobody. Paprika and brownie. Now I don't know if I have paprika. Whoops. I think I left out that part. Whoopsie daisy. We're gonna see. Well, I have basil leaves. That'll do well. I don't need those stupid sprigs. Basil leaves will work. I'm checking my spice cabinet. Hold on for a minute. Oh, I have paprika. Hallelujah. And I got oregano leaves. Hell yes. I got the works in my little spice cabinet and Italian seasoning. Now, I'm not going to use Italian seasoning for this because I don't know how it's going to come out. So bear with me. I'm trying to follow this by the book. So this is my paprika. Okay. What else? What else? Let's see. Oh, and brownie, the most important of them all. So the reason why you don't want to skip the browning, it literally turns the whole entire marinade brown and the chicken brown. That's the whole point. It's basically the cream of the crop. So this is what I bought today at Kroger. It's called Caribbean Sunshine Complete Brown Stew Marinade. Now, everybody that I read on the reviews, they said this is like the top of the top, and it was on sale for like $4.99, maybe $5.99. I don't know. Now, the reason I have on these lovely gloves is because I don't like getting my hands dirty when it comes to marinade. Normally, I would, but in this case, because of all the spices and stuff, I don't want my hands to burn either. So my skin is a little sensitive. Go ahead, laugh at me. But I'm trying to be all professional. You know what I'm saying? Like the chefs that you see all the time on Food Network. But I got all my ingredients literally on my cabinet right now. So they're just waiting to be used. Oh, and one more thing I forgot to mention. Before you marinate this lovely chicken, before the stew gets complete, you definitely want to make sure you remove the skin. Okay, that is very important. And when I say remove the skin, it should be bare naked, butt naked, just like this. Because if you don't remove the skin, yeah, you don't want all that fat in your chicken stew. It's not healthy for you either. That's another reason why you want to remove the skin. Plus, you want the marinade to soak up the meat. You know what I mean? And then on top of the skin, which I'm pretty sure y'all already aware to do that, you also want to wash with lime, which I did. Thank God I had limes in here. Actually had two very tiny ones. And you also want to add vinegar. The reason why it says to wash with lime and vinegar is because it's a cleanser. It cleanses the bacteria, the germs in the chicken. Because you know, when chicken is prepackaged, even though it's vacuum sealed and they said they washed it 1,000 times, no, you still got to disinfect it. And the best way to disinfect it that all the chefs do literally is lime and vinegar. In case you didn't know that, now you know. It's an easier cleanser. And then that's pretty much it for the marinade. The marinade is the easy part. The hard part is searing in the pan, in a saute pan. I had to go out and buy a whole saute pan for this mess. I'm going to show y'all my pan. And it's nice, too. I actually got a good deal. If I wouldn't get one free, big ass saute pan. Look at this pan. Look how big it is. See, it's nice. Huge ass saucepan. I would have used my tortilla pan, but my tortilla pan is like a griddle. You don't want to use a griddle for this specific recipe because you'll burn up that pan. And as long as I have to sear it and saute it and I have to brown the chicken with the sauces and the oil and stuff, yeah, that's going to take time. That's time consuming. But let's get down to this marinade. Okay, so we're going to start off with the, let's see, where would I leave off on? The salt and the pepper. So according to the instructions, I need 1 teaspoon of sea salt and 1 teaspoon of coarse black pepper. So here's my sea salt, as I showed you earlier. Make sure my seal is open because I haven't used the sea salt in a minute. It's been a minute. Okay. And I got my little measuring spoons right here. I'm going to look for a teaspoon. I love this measuring spoon. I've had this for years. I actually got another one of these too. I got one for teaspoons and I got one for cups. Comes in a lot of handy, comes like really handy. So I found the teaspoon marker. I'm going to open this up. And then we're going to pour in the sea salt. Forgive me, I'm spilling it all over my oven, but I'm going to clean it up in a minute. Don't worry. So we're going to spread it all over my mixing bowl. I wish I had a camera so y'all could see as I'm putting it all in the chicken. I need a selfie stick or something, like a gimbal. I'm going to definitely invest in one from Amazon so that way y'all can see the details as I'm doing the seasoning. But it's a little hard when you don't only have your laptop and your phone. You know what I mean? So now we're going to do the coarse black pepper. That's next. And I think there's a seal on here. You always want to check for seals. Most of the time, yeah, there's a seal. Yeah, most of the seasonings you buy now, they're like super sealed. They're easy to take off though. And we put this back and twist the cap back on here. And I'm literally multitasking between my phone and the laptop because I needed my phone to follow the instructions and I wanted my laptop to get everything, you know, all the details and stuff. So I'm popping in the pepper right now. By the way, this pepper was a little pricey. They said this was on sale for $3.99, which probably should have been like $1. Kroger is a little steep. I only bought a few select spices, my sauté pans, which were $17.99, by the way. The buy one, get one free. They're high as hell. And a few little veggies, like my onion, my bell pepper, my garlic cloves, and my chicken broth, and the brown sugar, and the basmati rice, which is on sale for like $1. And all together, those little items came out to 70 something dollars. I was like, damn, I'm not even buying real shit. I said, everything is high. Like, when I say everything is high, inflation is high. Okay. I was like, nah, I see what people talking about. But anyway, continuing, I'm getting off track. I just had to share, like, nothing is cheap in the store right now, for real. Like, it's ridiculous. Like, oh, and I bought juice and I bought a thing of wine, but the wine was on sale for like $2.99 and $3.99. But anyway, so I got my salt, got my pepper, my all-purpose, which I don't have, but I'm going to use my alternative that I showed you guys, which is the Cajun seasonings. I'm pretty sure it's about the same. It's a little spicy, I think. Hence the word Cajun. I'm assuming it's spicy. I don't know. I've never had Cajun seasoning, and it's Kroger brand, so we'll see how this comes out. But I mean, it's all pretty much almost the same. If you ask me, all-purpose. I don't even know what the hell all-purpose seasoning is, to be honest. I'm not a guru on the food stuff. But for all-purpose seasoning is 1 tablespoon. Okay, so we're going to do 1 tablespoon of Cajun seasoning here. 1 tablespoon. Oh, there we go. Found my tablespoon. And we're going to put this in here. It's going to take a minute. Okay, we're going to twist this off because I'm not going to be sprinkling this mess all damn night. I don't have time. I'm trying to get this marinade popping and locking because it's going to take 3 hours anyway to marinate in the damn refrigerator. Okay, got my Cajun seasoning added. What else? Salt, pepper, Cajun seasoning. Now the pimento I do not have. I don't know if that makes a slight difference with this Caribbean recipe. Never had pimento. Don't know what pimento seasoning is. I'm going to have to Google it. But I do have paprika and I do have the brownings. I don't think it really makes a difference when you miss like one small ingredient. But the one you definitely don't want to miss, like I said, is the browning. The brown stew marinade. You definitely don't want to miss that one, because that's what causes all the flavors, the juices, and all that stuff in your chicken. So anyway, continuing on, paprika. How much paprika we need to add in this sucker? 1 teaspoon. Okay, so we get 1 teaspoon of paprika. Wait a minute. Oh, I just added Cajun seasoning. I'm like, wait a minute. I know I didn't have paprika already. Hold on. I'm confusing myself. I had to think for a minute. Okay, this is open. And this said 1 teaspoon or 1 tablespoon? 1 teaspoon. Okay, I just want to make sure. You definitely don't want to over season or saturate the chicken, because the minute you over season it, it's going to overpower the whole recipe. I actually did that one time when I did like a different recipe and I paid for it. it came out super spicy. And I learned my lesson. Never, ever over season a recipe, especially if it tells you not to. There's a reason for everything. Just remember that. Let's see. And then browning. That's it. And now how much browning we need to add? Let's see. 1 teaspoon. Oh, that ain't bad. I feel like there should be more browning added to this. I don't know why it says 1 teaspoon. And there's plastic, damn it. I hate when I have to get plastic off. Now I gotta use scissors to get this off. Yay. I didn't even think about the seal until now. They got this sucker glued on there too. Yeah. Fun stuff. Why is everybody leaving my live? I guess I'm boring. I told y'all I was going live in 5 minutes. I don't know why y'all acting like I ain't got the message. I had like 3 people in here, then everybody left. Mm-hmm. Yeah, YouTube, they be doing me dirty sometimes. I don't know why. But I'm going to keep on talking and going. I don't care if there's no one in here. The point is, I'm showing you what I'm cooking. Ooh. Ooh. Now that smells potent as hell. It smells like barbecue sauce. I'm going to taste it. Mmm. It tastes like Worcester, is that, or Worcestershire? Is that how you say it? You know what I'm talking about. That's what it tastes like. It's like a tart kind of taste. I don't know how to explain that. Very tart. Okay, now how much browning we need to add? 1 teaspoon. Maybe that's why there's only 1 teaspoon added. I just want to know. Ooh, big ass teaspoon. Okay, so I got my 1 teaspoon added. I feel like there should be something else added in this marinade. I guess not. I don't know. I just feel like something is missing besides the seasonings here, but I guess not. I'm doing what this recipe is telling me to do. Because normally you would add water or some type of like water substance to your marinade, but it just literally spice. There's no type of water, which is kind of strange to me. But when you cook everything, that's when you gradually add the water, you add the all the chicken broth or the chicken stock and all the oils and stuff. So I guess that comes a little bit later. So now we have everything prepped for marinade. So now we're going to get good and dirty. As soon as I clean off my little oven here and start mixing with my gloves. I hate that I got this oven so dirty. Super dirty. Ugh. I'll clean it off in a minute. So I'm going to bring my bowl up here. I don't know if y'all can see my bowl. That's the only bad part. I'm going to like tilt it somehow maybe. Well, no. If I tilt it, then you won't be able to see me. So we're going to mix all my seasonings. This was what it looks like. I like literally got to lift up everything to show y'all. That's why I need a selfie stick. So I'm mixing all the lovely marinade stuff that I followed in the recipe with my gloves on because I don't want all of that marinade on my hands and I don't want my skin to burn either. Because sometimes when people have sensitive skin like me, certain products will burn and it's not a fun feeling. But I'm mixing the marinade right now. Welcome, whoever just popped in. So what I'm about to do, as soon as I finish mixing this lovely marinade, I'm about to stick it in my fridge, let it sit there for about 3 good hours, like I said. Once them 3 hours is up, then we're going to have the sauteing part and the searing part going on. And we'll be rocking and rolling. I just kind of wish I took my chicken out a little bit earlier. I kind of got to the chicken a little late. That was my fault because it wasn't thawed out right away. So by the time I came home, it was after 4 o'clock. I thawed out my chicken. But I'm gonna tell you what the most time consuming piece to making this recipe is getting the skin off. I didn't realize how long it would take me to take the skin off of these chicken thighs. It took me about a good 15-20 minutes to get that skin off. It was tough. And it was ridiculous. But I cannot wait to see how this recipe comes out. I'm so excited. Try something new. Because I be getting tired of these boring ass recipes I be having. I like to spice it up sometimes, you know? Yes, yes, yes. Especially a Caribbean style recipe that I never did ever until now. The next thing on my bucket list I also want to do is like an Asian style recipe, like an Asian style chicken or something, like chicken fried rice or shrimp fried rice. I think that'd be pretty cool. Because I never cook Asian stuff at home either. I'm not really a super fan of Asian. As a kid, I ate Chinese all the time. Now, as an adult, I have to have a specific taste for it. I'm not a huge fan of Chinese food. And especially with the germs and stuff flying out here, and you don't really know what the hell is what, I would highly suggest you make it yourself. I don't trust the restaurants no more. I hate to say it. The only one I would probably say that's safe when it comes to Asian cuisine is probably PF Chang's because you know it's chicken. But them family-owned spots, I don't trust that shit. Half of that should be off temperature, bacteria flying around. You know what I mean? Yeah, can't eat everybody's food, like Mama say. Can't eat everybody cooking. No, baby, no. Ooh, that marinade look good. I think my marinade is done, baby. So once your marinade is done, you want to go ahead and cover it up in like a Tupperware to make sure it's sealed real good, to make sure all the juices get in there good. This is what it looks like when it's marinated. See? Now, it doesn't look like much. I don't know if y'all can see it on the camera real good, but there's a lot of marinade on here, trust me. Plenty of marinade. But that's why I got on my gloves because I don't like getting my hands dirty like that. You know what I mean? So now we're going to transfer the chicken thighs that I just marinated and into my Tupperware. And then once we get into Tupperware, then we'll be good to go. I'm going to take off these gloves now, and I'm just going to dump the bowl and transfer it into the lovely, trying to think, which one is the biggest Tupperware I have? I think that one is a big Tupperware. Yeah. They should all fit in this big old Tupperware. So here's my Tupperware here that I'm about to put my chicken thighs in to let them soak in the marinade in my fridge for the next 3 hours. And transfer. Oh, perfect fit. Look at God. Because there's about six or seven of these. There's quite a few chicken thighs in here. Ooh, I can't wait till this comes out, baby. So now we got a tight seal. The reason why this is important, as much as I would like to say, put it in a bowl and put foil on top, no. Because you want to make sure all the ingredients, the juices, the flavors literally stay like airtight in a Tupperware because you want to capture everything. You know what I mean? So we're putting this in the fridge. And like I said, it's going to marinate for the next 3 hours. And while it's marinating, I'm going to show you the prepping part of all the lovely veggies. Now, it's not many. It's just a bell pepper, an onion, and a couple of garlic cloves. But it takes time to prep. So this is perfect time to prep the other veggies to make sure you have them set aside in another bowl. I might end up using this mixing bowl. I don't know yet. Or I might end up using my clear glass bowl because I have another bowl in here. I just don't feel like messing up a whole bunch of dishes. So what I might do, I might rinse this out and clean this real quick, then transfer my veggies into this bowl. So I'm going to look at the instructions and see what we need to do with our veggies while that's soaking in there for the next 3 hours. So it's 5:54. Let's see, 6. let's see. We'll round it up to 6. So 6, 7, 8. About 9 o'clock, the chicken thighs will be ready to be sautéed and seared. I just wish I would have started this earlier. I wasn't thinking when I was running around. I was running around in errands and stuff, and yeah. So remaining vegetables to the pan. Okay, so they all go into the pan. It don't even matter. Okay, cool. So let's see here. Small onion, half of a red bell pepper slice. We're gonna slice up the whole red bell pepper. I don't know why it says half of it. It's not even that much. And my garlic cloves. And then we should be good to go. All right, so I'm gonna wash this out, use the same mixing bowl for all the veggies that I need to prep, and then we'll be good to go. Yeah, buddy. So what I'm probably going to end up doing, since I started this a little late with the marinade, which I probably should have marinated this sucker the day before so I can cook the whole thing right in front of you, I'm probably going to do a part 2. I know it's going to suck because by the time that marinade finishes marinating by like 9 o'clock tonight, then I'll probably restart this live again. But in the meantime, I'm going to continue this part 1 as I chop up my veggies and get those prepped. Because, like I said, I ain't doing this later, and I'm not waiting 3 hours to prep veggies. So I want to knock this out right now while it's still early, because it's like 6 o'clock over here. So it only makes sense, you know what I mean? Just to go ahead and start prepping the veggies. And like I said, it's not much. It's just red bell pepper, yellow onion, and a couple of garlic cloves. That's it. It's very simple. This is probably one of the easiest Caribbean recipes I've ever seen online. Now, I've seen some people really throw down and they got like 50 damn ingredients. I got time for that. That gives me anxiety. When I see silly shit like that, I'm like, nope, next recipe. I look for the easiest, simplest, like literally ingredients that's not going to take forever and it's not going to take all damn day. The most that's going to take the most of your time, honestly, is the marinade. Now, if you wanted to soak overnight, you can. I don't suggest it because it's like you're pushing it when it comes to temperature, and you're also pushing it when it comes to bacteria. It's safe to leave it overnight for a whole 24 hours, but no more than 24 hours. Because according to the FDA, Food Drug Administration, from what I read online, if you have marinade in your refrigerator for more than 24 hours, it is no longer good because it's going to make you sick. You can catch, hey, I didn't even see you, Anisha. How you doing? I didn't know that was you. What's up? Finally, somebody talking to me. You're like the only one that stayed. Girl, if you're just tuning in, I'm making a Caribbean style brown stew chicken, which I've never tried it ever in my life. So this is going to be quite a challenge for something I've never tried. This is completely foreign. The recipe is fairly simple. It's just time consuming. That's the only issue. So, like I was explaining earlier, I'm probably going to have to come back on here and do a part two once the marinade is done. But in the meantime, I'm going to prep my veggies so I don't have to do that later. Okay, so you were listening to me. Cool. But yeah, I had so many people pop in here and then pop out. I'm like, damn, nobody wants to listen to me? Really? And you in my live? You don't want to listen to me? But yeah, anyway. So I got my veggies. I'm gonna wash my veggies because you know we black folks, we tend to wash our stuff. I don't know about anybody else, but baby, I wash every damn thing before I put it in a skillet. Okay, do not play with me. I do not play with the germs. No, sir, I do not. I do not. Okay. Ooh, that pepper is a little hard. Ah, and I just washed this sucker. I gotta rewash it. Fell on my floor. I'm glad I didn't open it up. Where is my knife? Oh, here we go. So I got my knife. I'm about to start prepping this. I think I'm gonna start chopping this on. I'm gonna use a paper plate. That'll be easier. I really don't feel like washing a whole bunch of dishes, nor do I feel like using my cutting board. All Caribbean food is time consuming. Yes, girl, you ain't never lied. Like that's why I don't really be cooking in this mug. Like when I say I'm lazy, I'm lazy. If I do cook anything in here, it's like either made to cook, already prepared in the deli aisle, stick it in the oven, TV type dinner, or if it's something like boring, like fish, chicken, shrimp, and no real flavor. Look, frying it, grilling it, stuff like that. I don't be making casseroles or nothing up in here. I live alone, child. Now, if I had a family to feed, that'd be a different story. But ain't nobody in here but me, myself, and I. Okay, so I don't feel obligated to cook a whole feast every damn week. Nope. I like to meal prep sometimes, but even that takes the energy out of me. I ain't got time for that. But another reason I also wanted to do this too. Not only do I like to try new recipes from time to time, but I also wanted to make sure I use that chicken up. My chicken's been sitting in there for like a cool 2 weeks since I bought it on the first, so I don't want no freezer burn either. And plus, I wanted to make sure I had enough prepped for the rest of this week and the next week because surgery time is next week. So that's another reason why I'm doing this. Because I looked at my kitchen last night and I said, wait a minute, I got chicken broth, I got chicken thighs, I got all these spices. I can do something with this. I just need to get off my ass, stop being lazy, go to the grocery store and Google some recipes. That's what I did. I literally Googled on TikTok because that's TikTok is my go-to. I'm gonna tell you, TikTok is the spot. And then I also Googled on YouTube. Now I found this particular recipe on YouTube. But yeah, that's the way. Yeah, meal prep. Meal prep is not a joke. Shit. Look, you see me. I look for the most simplest recipes on earth. Okay. Now, let me tell you, boy, I do not like cooking like that. No. Like I said, it would be different if it was something I really enjoyed, if I really like cooking all the time, but I don't. I'm single. I live like a bachelor. What the hell? People act like, oh, cooking is fundamental. You should do it. It's a mental reliever. Says who? Yeah, that's a lie. Now I'm gonna tell you who can throw down is my sister. My sister can throw it down. She can cook. She cooks her ass off, but she also has a family. She got a choice. You got 2 kids and a husband. Ha ha. I don't have mouths to feed. Ha ha ha. Over here with a house full. Damn. I believe it too. I'm so sorry, girl. I feel your pain. I feel your pain because it's not a joke. Like having extra mouths to feed is money, it's time, it's stress. Like, oh no, I could never. I could never. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. Mm-mm. No, child, I would have a heart attack, honestly, because if I had to do this shit every week with a family, I would probably lose my mind or just leave. I really would. 21, 12, and a God God, look, God, God damn. 21, 12, and 11. Whoo, child, I'm sorry. I am so sorry. Okay. And you look young for your age. You got a 21-year-old. Get the fuck out of here. You don't even look like a girl. I swear, black don't crack when you take care of it. When you're not on hard shit, black don't crack. I swear. Girl, you look good for your age. Okay. I would have never known. Shit. 45? Get the fuck out of here. Stop playing. For real. Child, I'm 37 and I still get carded to this day. People think I'm a damn baby. I'm just like, no, I just take care of myself and I eat my fruits and veggies and I don't do hard shit. God is good all the time. Amen. Let the church say amen. Okay. No babies, no problems, none of that. No, nope, 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 nope. I'm good here. Child, no. Matter of fact, I even got carded today. Speaking of that, when I was at Kroger getting these damn groceries for this recipe, this old bitty black lady, she was so bitter. I think she was having a bad day. I don't know. She didn't say hello. Just rude. I'm just like, lady, if you don't like your job, just quit. Shit, I didn't do it. And I have a baby face for sure. Yeah, everybody says that. I guess I get it from my mama, you know. But my mama sometimes get carded too. She looks young in the face too. My mama's 66 years old, still get carded. But yeah, I think it's just good genes. You know, black folks in general, they just have good genes, in my opinion. I think that's what it is. Because, you know, we don't really have wrinkles and nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, the lady was like, ID. I said, how old do I look, ma'am? She said, shit, a baby. I don't know. Shit, you could be 18. I said, really? For real? I said, well, thank you, man, but I'm twice that age. But okay. Girl, I get it all. The highest number I think someone told me at the grocery store was like 25. I said, I wish that was like 10 years ago, homie. Girl, yes. Hey, Miss Yo, how you doing? Making some move too? I'm making some move too. Yeah, child. I said, I'm going to come in here and try out a new little recipe and challenge myself. Something I ain't never done before. Wish me luck on this. I hope it comes out good, though. That's my fear. I don't know if it's going to come out good. But I got my chicken thighs marinating. I was just telling Anisha, I'm going to have to come back on here and make a part 2 because my silly ass started this damn recipe shit late. I should have had my thighs marinating earlier this morning, but I wasn't thinking. Plus, I had to go to the store. And by the time I got home, it was already after 4 o'clock. So that's kind of my fault on timing. I did this all on bad timing. Forgive me. Yes, make some move. Yeah, I'll be trying to. But yeah, it was crazy. It was like a wild goose chase today. I first started my morning at UPS. I had to stop there. I had a lot of stops today. It was not fun. And I had to get my my living will notarized. And the reason I had to do that, the VA hospital that I go to, they told me they didn't have the most recent copy that I had uploaded in Texas. And I said, that's weird because y'all got the same damn system. I think somebody's ass either lost the document on file or they were just too lazy to look for the shit because it's in the system. I know it is because I literally updated that sucker last year before I moved here. So I had to redo a whole nother notarized document. And by the grace of God, these nice, wholesome white people who just happened to be at the UPS store at 9 a.m. this morning, they're like, oh, you need a couple of witnesses for your notary? Me and my wife will do it. I said, really? And you don't know me from a can of paint. They're like, oh, yeah, we love doing notaries all the time. We enjoy it. What kind of notary is this one? I said, a living will to let the VA know if they're going to pull the plug on my ass or not after I do get surgery. They're like, oh, my God. It was so funny. But, yeah, they were so nice. And they were just like, well, it's nice to meet you, Daphne. I hope your surgery goes well. I said, well, thank you so much. It was nice meeting you, too. It was so random. Like, I didn't even say nothing to him. It was so funny. The UPS man had said, oh, you need 2 witnesses? Okay, go ahead. But, yeah, they was cool. As soon as I got that, I hurried up, scurried the hell out of there. I went and got my toes done since the nail salon was down the street. That's where I messed up. I shouldn't have got my toes done right away. I should have waited on that shit with all the stuff I had going on. Then after I got my toes done, oh, let me tell you about Maylene, whatever the hell her name was. I don't know her name. Maylene was wrong. Okay, her and her little friend girls that was upset up in there, they was talking mad shit about my toes. You know how the Asian folks be talking shit about people's toes in their language. She looked at my feet. She said, yeah, been long time. Too much callus on your feet. When last time you been to a nail shop? I said, yeah, damn. I said, don't do me like that, Maylene. Come on now. She said, no, long time. You look bad. You look real bad. I said I was low on money. I said I had no money. I had to wait till payday. Oh, okay. And she was just like, dum bum ba, dum dum ba, dum da. That shit was so fucking funny. I laughed the whole time because they was literally laughing at me in their language at my feet in front of me. Like, they don't give a fuck. They really don't. I said, that's sad, man. Talking all that shit. And then after she like literally stopped in the middle of my scrub and she was just like, there's a lot of colors. I said, I know. Can you get it? Damn. Like, you already embarrassed the shit out of me in front of this white lady sitting next to me. And this white lady was looking at me like, oh my God, this jigaboo has a lot of callus. Like, oh my God. I was just so fucking embarrassed. And she was over there listening to a fucking audio book on a tablet. Girl, she got crunk with that other Asian lady. She didn't yell at her, but she like got real stern with her. She was like, miss, can you go a little bit shorter on the toenails? Can you go a little bit shorter? That's not short enough. I want them short. I was like, ooh, Karen got a little attitude over here at the nail salon at 9:00 in the morning. What the hell? Because normally my Asian lady that I go to, her name is Jenny. Jenny is sweet. She will hook you up with a whole massage and some extra shit and some sugar scrub. But Jenny wasn't there this morning. They said, Jenny not going to be here till 10:00. I looked at the clock and said, nigga, it's 9:30. I'm not waiting on Jenny. Fuck Jenny. I said, you go ahead and do my toes. And then that's when that lady went off on me. She tried to take out that big ass metal scrubber. Y'all know what I'm talking about? That scrubs off your dead cells on the bottom of your feet. I said, oh no, I don't do that. She said, but you need this. I said, I don't give a fuck. You better get that damn sponge. And you better go ham with that sponge and figure it out. You ain't using that metal scraper on my feet. No. Because see, that metal scraper, it makes the calluses come back faster because it scrubs too much of your skin off. And that's why I don't like using that shit. Plus, I had a bad experience at one nail salon. They had cut me real bad. So ever since then, I don't use that metal scraper shit. Yes, get the sponge, nigga. Get the sponge. Because we got time for this shit. And then once everything was done and she put my polish on, this heifer go look at me. It look better now, don't it? It look pretty. You like it? You like color? I said, yeah, I like color. You want gel? You want gel? I said, no. Why you don't want gel? Gel make it pretty. I said, gel is higher, bitch. I don't want gel. Leave me the hell alone. Shit. She really kept trying to get me to get that damn gel. Because you know at the nail shop, they charge you like an extra $5 or $10 for gel. I said, I ain't got time for this. I want a basic ass pedicure and a callus remover. And just for callus remover to be added was an extra $7 on top of the $40 I spent. So I damn near paid the bitch $50 this morning. It's like, yeah, she got a little grip out of me. I was already annoyed. And then when I was going to leave her, upcharge. I was going to leave her a tip on my little ticket when I got my debit card. Girl, when Maylene was tired of my black ass, I ain't going to lie. She was tired of my big back ass. She said, okay, we're going to go to front now to get your toenail dry. I said, damn, I can't sit in the chair and let my toes dry back here. No, we got an appointment. That hoe was working on them appointments, boy. She was not playing. She shoved me and that white lady out of there so quick. After I got my toes done, she was over it. She probably said, big nigga, got stinky feet. You got ugly feet. Big nigga. That's probably what she was saying. Get out, right? Get big nigga out. Get her out of here now. She want to do nails. Oh, shit. Hell no, Joe, don't do that shit. No, nails is the worst. Oh my god, it's good money, but it's a dirty job because you got people with nasty ass feet. I thank God my feet are pretty. Because, child, if my feet was ugly, oh Lord, look, I'm gonna tell you how pretty my feet is. After I got my nails done and all was said and done, I paid my little bill. When I went to the grocery store after this afternoon, child, when I was in Kroger, the Kroger man even recognized my feet. I said, damn. I said, normally nobody says shit about my feet when my feet get done. That's how you know your feet look good. When the man recognizes your feet in the store and they work there, and he was in produce, by the way. I was just walking by, just casually, just like this in my hoodie, minding my business and on my way to the veggies. And as I'm walking by, he said, oh, excuse me, ma'am. I'm sorry. Let me move my cart out the way. Then he looked straight down at my feet without hesitation. He said, ooh, wee, you sure got some pretty feet. He said, that's a pretty color too. I said, thank you. I just laughed and ran off. I ain't never had no man in no grocery store talking about, ooh, I sure got some pretty feet. Sound like a fucking slave. I said, let me get the fuck out of Kroger. These people weird over here, yo. Oh no. They different over here. I thought it was so funny. I was just like, what the hell? Yes, he did have me blushing. I was just like, yes, the produce man. I was like, what the fuck? Don't nobody never say nothing to me. I was surprised he paid attention to my feet because I was just walking by slow and I wasn't looking at him or nothing. He was like, ooh, you sure got some pretty feet. I love that color too. That's pretty too. I was like, ugh, the fuck? Like, get off my toenails, mister. He's just glaring at them like, like, what the? You should see this facial expression, but it was nice. He was very nice about it, but I was just like, bro, you're not even old. He looked like he was probably in his mid-40s, I would say, but he wasn't that old. I was just like, don't you have a wife or something? Like, go away. I just thought it was weird. I don't know. It was the first time that actually happened to me. Don't nobody ever say shit about my feet. Look, that's how you know my ass is doing bad. If somebody compliments your feet, yeah, you probably doing bad before. Oh, it was so hilarious. But yeah, got my little stuff, got the fuck out of there, and then headed on to the car. And then I went straight home right after I dropped off my my will at the clinic. I made sure to give them a copy and whatever. And then as soon as I got home, that's when I started getting into stuff to prepping. I've been smiling, talking about, thank you, tuckling my imaginary hair behind my hair. See, you the type to flirt. See, nah, he ain't my type. And even if he was, I still probably would have never said nothing. See, back in the day when I did like men's, look, back in the day when I did like men's, it would have been a whole nother story, but I'm saved and celibate and not looking for shit. Okay. And I don't do the men's. Nope. I used to. Now I don't. I'm like, they could all go to hell at this point. But I'll still be nice to them. I'll be cordial or whatever, but I ain't, nope. I done been through too much hell, as you can see. Ever since I moved out here and I had that whole stalker situation, I don't trust shit out here. I really don't. These men are dangerous, and man, you gotta be careful because even when I came in the parking garage with my stuff, and I always see these people in the garage every time I come home, right? And it'd be people that work across the street because there's like a little corporate office building. You know how they have those big ass corporate buildings by these apartments and stuff? Yes, I had been hurt. Yes, I had been hurt a long time ago, Miss Yo. Yes, the stalker shit, that ruined it. That's what hurt me the most. Shit, that's what turned me off from every damn thing over here. But yeah, the situation was extremely crazy, girl. It was terrible. Made me not want to talk to shit. I don't even look motherfuckers in the eye. That's how bad it's got me. It's got my anxiety up so bad. It got me paranoid. Yes. When I be passing by Negroes and shit, when they be like, hello or good morning, I'd be like, and keep going. I give them motherfuckers a head nod and I keep going. I'm like, I'm on New Yorker mode. Fuck all that. I'm not trying to give you no act right. I ain't trying to give you no impression that I want to talk to you. Like, no, no disrespect, but I've been through too much shit. No. But anyway, these motherfuckers in a parking garage that I always see when I come home, they be like working across the street, and some of them actually live here on this property. But what kills me is that they will be in the parking garage smoking. And the reason why they smoke is because the stupid ass leasing people put these little smoke pits inside the garage where you can put your little cigarettes and stuff in there. You know what I'm talking about? And I'm just like, you can't find nowhere else to smoke but in the parking garage. Like, you can't find nowhere outside this motherfucking building to go smoke. And as soon as I pulled up, some white boy, he had on some headphones. He was just puffing away his little shit or whatever. And I was sitting there waiting for him to move because I really wasn't trying to open my car door. He was like literally 2 feet away from me smoking. I was like, ew. So I said, fuck this nigga. I'm going to get out. He didn't say nothing to me, thank God. And then it was just weird. Like, they be like having their headphones on. They be looking kind of crazy and be smoking and puffing on their shit. And I'm just like, dude, y'all got to go. Y'all got to take this shit somewhere else. But yeah, it be weird. It be weird shit like that. It'd be like, make me kind of uneasy sometimes when I come home. When I see people smoking in the garage, they be like sitting in the back and shit, look kind of suspect. I'm like, And that's why I carry my Nina 24/7 everywhere I go. I don't care if it's the corner store, the grocery store. Best believe I got Auntie Smith and Uncle Weston on me 24/7. I ain't playing that game because, you know, I'm from Texas. We don't play about that shit. We love our guns. Okay. Best believe that shit. But yeah, it'd be like some strange activity be happening around here. Because normally I see, like, you know, the white folks walking their dogs and their babies and shit. And they real crazy about that too. They be walking their dogs and babies all hours of the night. It's crazy over here. Yeah, you can't be too friendly. I hate to say it, but you gotta be careful because you don't know who's watching you and who's following you and shit. Like, that's why I try not to give people the wrong impression. If I do pass by somebody, I just like, you know, what's up and keep going. I don't make conversation. I don't even stop. I keep walking because I'm just like, nigga, I don't want you to fuck with me. You know what I mean? Because people get the wrong impression. Right. And like I said, no harm, no foul. I'm not trying to be rude, but I ain't trying to be fucked with either. I ain't got time for people to be fucking with me. No. I got my own problems. Oh, let me tell y'all about Dollar Tree. I forgot about that stop. I made so many stops. I actually made a quick little video snippet about the Dollar Tree story time. That shit was funny as hell too. Right, the man knocking on the door was wacky as fuck. I'm so glad that nigga gone. He gone now. Child, they kicked his ass out and evicted him first of the month. I'm so glad he's gone. I just hate that I'm stuck here. That's what another thing that pissed me off about this raggedy motherfucking apartments. These apartments gonna tell me I can't transfer for a hot 90 days until I've been in here, this unit for 90 days, and then I can transfer. And even if I did transfer, even though they approved everything penalty free or whatever, so I didn't have to pay a fee, these fools trying to upcharge rent if I do transfer. I said, well, how much we talking? And these motherfuckers talking about $1,500, $1,600. I said, oh, fuck that. I said, I might as well stay here until I leave. So I'm staying put where I'm at since they don't want to cooperate with me and move me for a reasonable price. I said, fuck you. It's the same exact floor plan and everything. 600 square foot box for $1,600? I don't think so. Right. Okay. Speak next thing they're asking for sugar and eggs. Right. Exactly, girl. I'm trying to tell you, you can't speak to none of these motherfuckers out here. They be on that bullshit. I grilled today and my neighbor asked for a whole plate. Damn, what you grill, Keita? You be on the grill? Shit, what you be cooking? Let me know. Let me find out. You be cooking barbecue or you put little hot dogs and hamburger patties on the grill? What you put on that grill? You put hot links on the grill? What you put on the grill? I'm curious. After that experience, it should have been given to you if they cared about your safety. Right, but they don't give a fuck. And what pissed me off even more Not only did they get rid of the guy causing the issues, but they got rid of security, which was really dumb. That was the stupidest shit they ever did. Yeah, ribs, chicken, Ella, everything. That sound good, actually. But yeah, no shame at all. They don't have no motherfucking shame, Michelle. They don't give a fuck. And I was just like, why can't y'all honor the current rental rate? I forgot what she said. She said something. I was like one ear and out the other. I was already fucking over it when she had told me that bullshit. Keita not a whole plate. But let me tell y'all about the Dollar Tree story time. Okay, so when I stopped at Dollar Tree on my way home, I stopped at so many fucking places. Ridiculous. Child, I was in the hood. And I know Miss Yo know where this area at. It's downtown, like nigga land. I'm serious. Like, you don't want to go to that side of town. It's over there off Whole Street. I don't know if you're familiar with that neighborhood, Miss Yo, but it's over there by Fifth Ward District, whatever the hell it's called, Jackson Ward, over there in that area, the hood area. So yes, Miss Yo knows this area like clockwork. So anyway, I go up in there, right? And it's real ghetto. I'm talking about project niggas everywhere, right? And I go and grab, some soap and stuff. Because sometimes from time to time, if I stop at Dollar Tree, I like to grab, like some bath essentials. Because everything's $1. Why not? So then after I grab a little soap and I grab me a little olive oil. Surprisingly, they had olive oil at Dollar Tree. Yeah. And I'm going to show you this little baby oil too. Y'all going to laugh. Y'all had some. This is what the olive oil look like. Look how small that bottle is for $1.25. So anyway, I grab my stuff. I go to the line, right? And these two older Black ladies, they were nice looking. They were in line. One of them that was in front of me, she was checking out, and her friend was behind me. She was like, "Girl, have you tried these little sugar marshmallows over here?" She was like, "No. What they taste like? Sugar? Shit, I don't know. They look sweet though." She's like, "Well, shit, get them then, girl." And she was paying with her stuff. And when she saw her pull out her food stamp card, she said, "You paying with food stamps?" She said, "Yeah. Can you go ahead and pay for mine? Because I ain't got no cash on me." I said, "This bitch asking her friend to pay with her food stamp card. What the hell?" So then the gay guy that was checking him out, the cashier, he was a Black guy. He was nice. He was like, "Oh, I could get you, honey. Don't worry about it. I can ring your stuff up. You good from there." So she said, "Okay, excuse me, baby." She moved around me. Right, exactly. And then she swapped all her stuff in front of me and used her food stamp card, right? So then when everything got approved and everything got done, the gay guy was like, "If you need to return anything, just make sure you have your receipt, ma'am." And she was like, "Baby, ain't shit can get returned over here. We using all this motherfucker shit. Best believe that, because I need all my stuff. The only thing I'm using for cash is the weed money." I said, "Weed money? God damn." This lady flat out said, "Only reason I have cash is for the weed money." This lady had to be every bit of 60 or 65. She said, I ain't using my cash unless it's weed money. These fools over here using food stamp cards and shit at the dollar store and saving their cash for the weed, man. I said, bless her. But that wasn't the best part, right, ghetto? The best part, because I pay attention to small details. People don't realize it. When the guy was checking her out, and he was bagging up her little groceries. Guess what kind of bag this Negro used? Y'all gonna laugh. This motherfucker used a garbage bag. I'm not joking. And it looked just like my garbage bags too. That was the fucked up part. It probably was the same bag too. This is the type of bag this man used to bag up that old lady's groceries. I said he ought to be ashamed of himself. Using a fucking garbage bag. Yeah, she had a plan, is right. So then it was my turn, and I get up and I pay my little $3 or $4 and I owe. And I said, How come y'all ain't got no shopping bags? What happened to y'all shopping bags at Dollar Tree? I'm curious because y'all see y'all got garbage bags up here. He was like, oh, the truck got our shipment mixed up and they sent us the wrong order. So we on a back order for grocery bags. It said back order. The fuck? I said, if that ain't some niggerish shit I've ever heard. I said, first of all, I ain't never heard of grocery store bags, especially from Dollar Tree, being on back order. Excuse me, what? Where they do that at? Only in the hood. Only in the hood. I'm serious. What? That's some trifling nigga shit. I hate to say it, that's some trifling nigga shit. It really is. They use those bags at Family Dollar. You have a lot of stuff. Keita said they use those bags at Family Dollar. I'm done. They use garbage bags too. Are you kidding me? What is it? Is it because of the inflation? What is it? Or is it because it's the hood? I need to know what is going on out here. Is it that bad out here to where everybody got to use garbage bags instead of grocery store bags with a logo on it? Like, what the fuck? Miss Yo said they might get their bags from China. I was like, get the fuck out of here. Nisha said she ain't seen that one yet. I don't know where they getting their grocery bags from, but I'm assuming they probably getting them motherfuckers from Temu. They got to be getting from Temu because there ain't no motherfucking way that somebody approved of garbage bags. Who approves garbage bags for customers? Like, what? Nigga, we ain't at the flea market. These motherfuckers act like we at the flea market. It's Dollar Tree. You have a logo with a tree on that bitch. Use it. You know what I'm saying? Like, what? Excuse me? Are you serious? I said, this ain't about the most ghetto-ish shit I've ever seen. I just shook my head in disgust. Yes, they gave me that before when I had a big purchase, and I'm so good I use my garbage. That is a damn shame. That is terrible. Dollar General, Family Dollar, all them dollar stores ought to be ashamed of themselves. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. Like, that's got to be illegal. You think? You this got to be illegal. Like, who is approving this shit? Because I had to make a video about it because nobody would ever believe me until I said it. Like, what? Seriously? Like, that's some cheap shit. I'm thinking they're saving inventory. That's what I'm thinking in the back of my mind. Because when I used to work at dollar stores like CVS and Walgreens, they were tight on inventory. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I bet you it's inventory issues. That's probably what it is. You need to do stand up. I mean, I'm so I don't know if I'll be getting good at that. It takes a lot for you to do stand up, and I don't know about a whole lot of jokes, but that shit cracked me up though, because I was just like, is this motherfucker serious right now? He really giving bitches garbage bags? And then I looked at the other cashier and I looked at her stuff, but she had Dollar Tree bags. So I said, wait a minute, she got Dollar Tree bags, but he got garbage bags. What the fuck is going on over here? Are y'all doing whatever the fuck y'all want to do? Like, what the fuck? Like, I'm looking at them sideways, like, what's going on at Dollar Tree? I said, do I need to call corporate? But I ain't no Karen or nothing. I don't give a damn what they got going on. But I'm just like, damn, man, is it really that bad? Shit. Because if that was Karen, oh Lord, that would have been a Karen. She would have went the fuck off on the Negro. She would have been like, I'm calling corporate. This is beyond insane. I deserve a grocery bag. That's what they say. I need an official grocery bag with a logo on it. Because, they always have a stick up their ass that they quick to talk some shit. Especially when it comes to niggas. They really do. They don't give a fuck. But we don't care. We're just like, all right, it's a bag, I guess. I'm just looking at him like, you know what? It's okay. I don't need a bag. I said, matter of fact, you can keep the receipt because I'm pretty sure you're on low on paper too. I'm pretty sure you ain't got no of them receipt rolls left, do you? He was like, actually, we are kind of low on papers. We are kind of low. He admitted it. He said, we are kind of low on papers for receipts. Like, that's bad. Like, why are you low on paper rolls, bro? Like, that shit is like, what, 99 cents a roll? Like, what? I said, y'all are worse than the Arabs at the gas station. I hate to say it. I said, I thought they were bad. Y'all are worse. Because look, when you go to the gas station like 7-Eleven, 7-Eleven will brown bag your shit. 7-Eleven don't give a fuck. If you buy a bottle of water in the hood and you're on the wrong side of town, you'll know real fast. They will brown bag your shit like it's fucking beer. I'm serious. That happened to me one time when I was in Dallas before I moved out here. Child, I was in Fort Worth. I'll never forget that shithole. I was doing Uber and I went in there and these fools brown bagged my shit. And I was just like, it's just water. Oh, we ain't got no more bags. We just got paper. I said, what? I said, get the fuck out of here. They was like, yeah, we ain't got no more bags. We just got paper. That's what they literally told me. I just busted out laughing. I was just like, you fucking serious right now? I thought they were joking. They weren't joking. They literally had paper bags to bag your shit like it was alcohol. And they were bagging everybody's shit in brown bags. Like, they don't give a fuck. They really don't. All they care about is your money. And as long as it's in a bag, that's all they care about. And now these days, you lucky if you get a bag because some states are very like bag friendly, like California, for example. Some places be like, we don't carry bags. We're bag free. We're eco-friendly, blah, blah, blah. Save the earth type bullshit. I don't want to hear that shit. I don't give a fuck about all that. Nigga, give me a bag. Because you'll be surprised. Because I actually had to do that when I lived in Austin years ago. This is over 10, 15 years ago. I walked into, I want to say HEB grocery stores, the Texas chain. I'm pretty sure y'all have never heard of it. But anyway, in that particular store in Austin, they make you buy the bags. And I said, what you mean buy the bags? The fuck? It was like, yeah, since we don't believe in plastic and we believe in saving the earth, you have to buy your grocery bags here. I said, well, how much that cost? Oh, they're like 50 cents and the big ones are like $1. Yeah, they make you buy bags, literally, to brag your shit. That's a damn shame. Like, motherfucking corporate is getting over on people. It's sad. Like, you got stores that will make you buy your own bags. It's crazy out here. Like, you used to be looking like, what, really? Like, really, nigga? Like, really? What the fuck? But yeah, that's what they do. They don't give a fuck. Everybody's trying to save that precious dollar. That's what it is. Nobody's trying to spend shit. Nobody trying to order no inventory. Ain't nobody trying to do shit. I said, I feel like we living in the depression, like the pandemic #2. And we don't really have a pandemic going on. I said, what's going on out here, you know? But yeah, it's crazy. It's really crazy out here. For real. Because I was just like, I get it. Everybody's on a struggle, but you're a whole corporation. Like, why don't you have bags? I'm still fucked up about that. That shit had me fucking in a chokehold earlier. I was laughing my ass off. I was just like, this is wild, man. This shit wild as fuck. Yeah, Aldi's has always sold bags. Oh, yes. Them motherfuckers, too. I actually went to Aldi's yesterday. I think you saw my video. I did like a little clip snippet. And I was telling people how cheap it was. And I heard it was cheap, but I didn't think it was that cheap. I literally got this big ass loaf of bread right here for 99 cents at Aldi's yesterday. And then I got a box of strawberries this big for like 99 cents. Literally $1 for a box of strawberries. And then what else did I get? I got strawberries. I got a loaf of bread. Now the 2 ice creams that I got, the little the small Bluebell ones, the little pint size, those were $3.99. But yeah, Aldi's is the shit. If you're looking for cheap ass produce, go to Aldi's. They have it. The only downfall, in my opinion, about Aldi's, are very limited on certain products. If you're looking for like certain brand names, they don't have them all. They're like knockoff shits. 59-cent ice cream. I was bullshitting. I was just playing. That ice cream was not 59 cents. That ice cream was $3.99. I had a chocolate peanut butter flavor and cookies and cream. I ate that chocolate peanut butter flavor last night. I had the munchies for sweets. I don't know why, but I haven't had sweets in so long. I was just like, let me go ahead and dig in, whatever. But yeah, man, that shit was like, what the fuck? It shocked me. I didn't know that their stuff was that cheap. Now I'm gonna tell you the only item that was not cheap, and somebody had asked me on here, I bet them eggs weren't cheap, was the eggs. The eggs was high as fuck. Now them eggs was like $4.99 a pack. Some of them $5.99 a pack. Yeah. Which one? The ice cream? Is that what you're asking about? The ice cream was good. It's Bluebell flavor. I love Bluebell. I'm gonna show you what it looked like. Girl, Bluebell is my jam. That's all I eat is Bluebell. I don't eat no knockoff ice cream. You can get that shit. But yeah, this is my jam right here. Bluebell motherfucking ice cream. Yeah. And fun fact, I don't know if you've had Bluebell ice cream before, if you have it in your state where you are, but the headquarters where they actually make this specific brand is in Texas. And the Bluebell trucks drive from Texas all over across country to deliver this ice cream to every store. A lot of people don't know that. And the only reason I know that is because my godmother's son, he used to work at the factory. The factory is in Texas. So yeah, they get the drivers. They drive all over across country delivering ice cream every day. I couldn't do that shit because that's just too much driving. But yeah, they be making bread, man, at the factory. From what I've been hearing, they make a lot of money. But yeah, it's the best ice cream in my opinion. I don't eat nothing else. I tried other brands like Haagen-Dazs and all types of other shit. You don't have Bluebell in Chicago? Oh yeah, I forgot you are in Chicago. Damn, that sucks. I'm sorry. What brands y'all have up there? I'm curious. Do y'all have like Ben and Jerry's and like Haagen-Dazs, like all the other brands? The shit I don't eat. Look, look, white people shit that I don't eat. But yeah, all I do is Bluebell. I don't do Dryers, Briars, whatever the fuck that cheap shit is from Walmart. I don't do Walmart shit either. I can't stand Walmart. Only way I will eat something up out of there if it's like peanut butter and jelly or bread. Like I do not do grocery shopping at Walmart. I don't know how people feel so obligated and comfortable to shop at Walmart. I just can't do it. Not for groceries. Most of the time when I stop there, I'll be going for like panties, drawers, socks, you know, just oddball shit, tools, hardware. Like I don't go to Walmart for food. And if I happen to see something that I can't find at another grocery store, which is really limited to none, it's probably something frozen. If I do buy something like popsicles, ice cream, you know what I mean? Like a specific flavor. But other than that, I don't buy my meat products or nothing out of that hole. Hell, I don't even shop at Food Lion. Y'all have Food Lion where y'all live at? Oh, you like Ben and Jerry's? I'm sorry. I'm not a fan. Look, I'm not a fan. Not a fan. Nope, not a fan. Nope. All I do is Bluebell, baby. You used to grocery shop in Walmart, but stop. What made you stop? Look, that great value caught up to you, didn't it? You was getting that great value bullshit. Let me find out. I don't even eat that shit because I heard great value ice cream. It don't even melt. I heard it's fake ice cream for some reason. Somebody had exposed them on TikTok a long time ago. I was just like, see, that's why I don't eat shit from Walmart because everything be fake as hell. But yeah, all I do is all these now for like certain produce items that are on sale. And if I'm not at all these, my main bread and butter, Publix. Because one thing I will say about the East Coast, baby, they got the stores. Yes, Publix is the shit. It's clean, it's fresh, and they have good buy one get one free deals on a lot of their grocery products. Like the cereal aisle, there's a lot of buy one get one free options on cereal. And if I'm not at Publix, I would probably say my alternative store is probably Kroger. I'm not a fan of Kroger, but if I need something quick like this, like little stuff like produce, olive oil, spices, I'll stop at Kroger. But my main stuff, like my meats and stuff, Publix. Now, somebody told me, about another grocery store called Wegmans. Have y'all heard of Wegmans grocery store? I guess it's an East Coast thing. I ain't never heard of that bullshit. So what the fuck is a Wegmans? And then we also have the Fresh Market. Never heard of that either. And then we have something else. Of course, Food Lion. I think Food Lion is pretty much nationwide. But yeah, I don't shop at Food Lion. Mm-mm. My homegirl would be shopping at Food Lion. I'm just like, why? Y'all ain't got a Publix over there? Because she over here in Virginia too. But she was like, nah, not in the country where we stay. All we got is Food Lion. I was like, fuck that. Food Lion or Walmart. They very limited over there. I was like, damn that. But yeah, Publix is my go-to. I love Publix. They're a little pricey though. But if you're looking for fresh, like specific products, I would highly suggest Publix. But I heard Wegmans is pretty nice, and I heard they're slightly cheaper. I haven't been in one. And then there's another store. There's actually down the street from my apartments. It's called Lidl, the Lidl Market, Lidl. I've never heard of that shit, but it's over here too. It's like a supermarket, I guess. Walmart grocery shopping made me feel cheap. I bet it did. All that great value nonsense. And then half their products don't be about shit. I don't even like their deli aisle. That's how much I can't stand Walmart. I remember one time, I'll never forget this shit. I was in Texas at the time before I moved out here, and I went to the deli aisle and I went to grab something. I was gonna grab some wings. You know, Walmart, they be selling wings and shit. Why I see a whole swarm of flies over by the wings. I said, oh fuck no. I left that shit so quick. They treated that Walmart like the fucking 7-Eleven. They didn't give a fuck. Shit was just sitting out looking stale, old, flies were swarming. I said, oh fuck this. I reported their asses too. I was mad. I said, this is why I'll be eating shit from y'all now. But my main store when I lived in Texas was HEB grocery store. It's a Texas chain. It's really good. It's similar to like Publix and like similar to like Fresh Market. And they what I like about HEB that I noticed that they don't have here for some odd reason are free samples, food samples and shit. Yep. I would love it if Chicago had a Publix or HEB. You spelled Publix right. That's correct. But HEB is actually spelled letter H, letter E as in echo, and letter B as in boy. HEB. I know it's probably a little hard to hear me or understand my enunciation because, you know, I'm a little country. I got that southern twang. But HEB stands for Henry E. Butts. That's the founder of the grocery store chain. And his ancestors, surprisingly, are still living. I want to say it's his grandson or his nephew or somebody. Now that's the CEO. His last name is Butts. I forgot his name. But yeah, HEB. They got Henry E. Butts. Look it up. You can find the little advertisement videos on YouTube. They got a lot of ads on YouTube. But HEB is the shit. You ask anybody in Texas where to go, HEB. It sounds so ghetto. HEB. Jules is pretty cool. What's Jules? Is that like another grocery store? I never heard of that. That must be an East Coast thing or something. I ain't never heard of half the shit y'all talking about. But all we got in Texas is Kroger, womp womp. Don't nobody give a fuck about Kroger. Walmart, of course. Everybody got Walmart. Target, which I never shop at. They high as fuck. HEB. We don't even have Food Lion. It depends on what part of Texas you're in. Certain parts have Food Lion, certain parts don't have Food Lion. But most of Texas is literally Kroger, HEB, Walmart, Target, Albertsons in certain parts. They don't even have them bitches everywhere either. They shutting them down. And there's another store. I'm trying to think what the other store is. Whole Foods, the rich people shit. Whole Foods, of course, which I never shop at. I used to go to Whole Foods for free samples back in the day, but I don't go there now. I don't care for them. Natural Grocer, the healthy shit. I don't go there either. All the rich people shits. There's another one. I'm trying to think. They have a lot of grocery stores. But yeah, my bread and butter was HEB. But the place I do miss going to that was similar, but way cheaper. Like you could literally get a whole like cart full of groceries for like $100 or less. It was similar to Aldi's. It was called, I want to say, the Fresh Market. If I'm not mistaken, was it Fresh Market? I think it was. If I'm not mistaken, I want to say it was called the Fresh Market. I want to say it's similar to this one over here. And if it wasn't that one, it was Tom Thumb grocery store. Tom Thumb was similar to like Kroger, and it's kind of similar to like Albertsons and like Food Lion type shit. You love Jewel, Trader Joe's, and Whole Foods. Okay, y'all heard about Trader Joe's. I've never shopped at a Trader Joe's. And we have Trader Joe's in Texas, surprisingly, but I never walked in there, never shopped in there, nothing. HEB's name spelled out sounds like a super prejudiced name. Henry Butts. Everybody going to Henry Butts grocery store. You know how the white folks sound. I'm rich yet, but I enjoy Whole Foods when no one is here. I'm not rich yet. Me either, girl. I'm not rich yet either, but sometimes whenever I would used to go get the samples when I lived in Austin years ago, I would always go over to the Domain Shopping Center, very bourgeois white people shopping center, very expensive as hell, I might add. And they had the nicest Whole Foods. I'm saying like the nicest one in that whole entire city that everybody went to. And that Whole Foods was so fucking nice. It had like 3 floors. It was nice. And you could go in there and get free samples all day. It was clean. It was quiet. With no screaming babies and shit nowhere. See, that's the thing I don't like about ghetto stores. The nigga stores like Walmart and shit, screaming babies, Pampers on, no shoes. I can't stand that bullshit. That's why I be like, fuck Walmart. I can't stand Walmart. Look, and if you're listening, I don't give a fuck about an endorsement deal either. I really don't. The only ones that I would probably do an endorsement deal or a partnership with, if I ever get that far, I would probably say, honestly, my favorite store, Publix. I would definitely do an endorsement deal with Publix. If you listening, Publix, I want an endorsement deal. Okay, something. Yeah, me either. After budget my link card and Whole Foods. Yeah, girl, it's high. All the groceries and shit high out here. It don't make no damn sense. Hollering, child, you got the market. You got to throw it in that marketing somewhere. I'm trying to tell you, motherfucker trying to get business deals sometime. You know what I'm saying? Somebody listening. No babies, no shoes. I'm serious. Like, you go to the hood, you will see the bullshit. Go to Dollar Tree, go to Family Dollar, Dollar General, and any other place you can think of, thrift store wise, you're going to see babies, no shoes, pamper falling off their ass, snot on the face, their faces look dirty. Like, it's crazy. Like, what the fuck? What's a link card? I never heard of that. What is that? Like a discount card or something? Like a shopping card? What is a link card? I'm curious. I'm being nosy. I never heard of that. See, we don't have shit like that back home. All we have back home is EBT. I'm pretty sure another familiar acronym you're familiar with. EBT and WIC cards for the po folks in the hood, pretty much. Yeah, can't stand it. Embarrassing. I'm trying to tell you. I want to say the worst store that I've ever been to that I'll never go to ever in life was probably I'm trying to think, besides Walmart that I can't stand. It's another store. Fiesta. Have y'all ever heard of Fiesta grocery store? It's the Mexican store. I don't fuck with Fiesta. I used to back in the day when I lived in the hood, but when I started getting bougie and I started going where the white folks started going, I said, fuck Fiesta. Fiesta is a shithole, okay? Like, when you go in there, you smell Mexico. I'm serious. The minute you start smelling tacos and enchiladas and nachos and fucking burritos, run. Run. Link card is the same as EBT food stamps. Oh, okay. So they call it a different acronym. That's interesting. Yeah, they got all kinds of fancy acronyms. See, I never had that luxury. Look, they said I'm not poor enough, apparently, or whatever, or I don't meet income fucking levels, whatever the fuck, poverty line levels. I forgot what it's called, but I was just like, why? I ain't got no job right now. I start my job in June, but I ain't got no job right now. Like, what the fuck? It was like, well, your disability is too high, so we can't really help you. Your income is above poverty level. I said, fuck you. I tried. They will not give me food stamps. They don't care what state I'm in. They're like, nope, you can never get food stamps. That's bullshit. But yeah, it's fucked up, man. I was just like, whatever. But yeah, Fiesta. If y'all have never been there, do not go there. Fiesta is not your friend. That is literally the flea market for the essays. I'm so serious. No offense to the essays, but don't go to Fiesta. Yeah, that one in Illinois Link. Oh, cool. Oh, you know about Fiesta? Oh, okay. I thought you knew about Fiesta. I said, what? Y'all got Fiesta up there? Shit. It has a nice ring to it. It do, but when you go up in there, you hear, Pedro, Hector, get over here, stupid. Get over here, fool. That's what you hear when you walk up in that motherfucker. Just screaming motherfuckers, speaking in Spanish, yelling at Edgar and Hector and all types of shit. You ain't never heard of Fiesta. I think that's a Texas chain because when I ask people from other states, they've never heard of Fiesta. I think that's a Texas chain. Like when I say it's literally designated in every hood of every city, you will find a Fiesta in every hood. That's how you know it's a bad neighborhood. When you see a Fiesta across the street from like a Walmart and a Target, that's a bad neighborhood. It's not a good neighborhood. I can tell you that's a dead giveaway. It's a hood. Because I'll never forget my old neighborhood. I used to live off of William Cannon Road years ago in Austin, deep in SA land. Deep in SA land. And when I would go to the grocery store, I literally went to Fiesta. That's why I hated it so much. Fiesta was the nearest store to me. HEB on that side of town of Austin was like 30 miles away. Literally, like HEB was not close. Like you have to go across the freeway, I-35, and I would probably, well, I take that back. I'm lying. There was an HEB, but that HEB was dirty HEB. Dirty HEB in the hood. I'm serious. I never went there because it was dirty. And I'm going to tell you why. Every time I walked into that particular location, it smelled like shit. I'm serious. Like you don't want to go in there. It's bad. Smell like shit and poverty. I'm not joking. I think Chicago's Fiesta is fair play. Ooh, what kind of shit is that? Fair play. That sounds like some foreplay shit. What the fuck kind of name is that for a grocery store? Is that like a supermarket? Is it a lot of black people that go there? Like, what's the demographic of fair play? That's what I need to know. I know Chicago got a lot of black people. Fair play. What the? I'm gonna look that shit up. Let me Google. Let me look it up on my phone right now. What the fuck is a fair play? I ain't never heard no bullshit like that. Yeah, that's definitely a northern thing for sure. We don't have fair play in Texas. Fair play foods. Oh, that sounds like Food Lion. Hell no. I'm looking that shit up right now on the website. Hell no, they fucking website look like 1998. They need to update their website. It look trash, yo. What the fuck? Like, it literally has store locator for the fucking stores, and that's it. And then it just says view the weekly ad for each store for the coupons and shit. Girl, that's definitely Fiesta. If you got weekly ads looking like this for a grocery store chain, you're fired. You are fired as fuck. Black and Mexican. I knew it. Yeah, that shows Fiesta. Yeah, that shows Fiesta. But see, the Negroes don't shop at Fiesta. It's just essays. This is the Mexican folks. Unfortunately, it's crazy because it's literally designed for them. They got the taqueria. They got, Hector in there at the deli. They got all types of like fucking Mexican samples you can get. Girl, fair play smell like they refrigerators be clean. No, not the refrigerators needing cleaning. Girl, stop. I could already tell looking at the website. It was generic as fuck. Like when I was looking, I was just like, where are the store products? They just literally have coupons and weekly ads on the website. Staff arguing with the customers. Hell no. Now that sounds like some bullshit like what's it called? That shit sound like Spirit Airlines. And he said, put on the fucking mask emoji, freezer burn. Right. Girl, I'm done. Not fussing with the customers. That's bad. Yeah, that sounds like Spirit Airlines #2. Because I'll never forget, I ain't never flown Spirit in my life, but I could just tell looking at the demographic, looking for Spirit and waiting in the lobby, I already knew what time it was. That's why I would never fly Spirit. I actually saw a video on TikTok. Somebody had reported them on Twitter. It was a really big TikToker. It was a black lady. I forgot her name, but she went viral because she filmed the roaches crawling inside the plane. I said, how the fuck you got roaches inside the motherfucking plane? You inside the air. Like, that's a dirty ass airline. You flying with roaches, nigga? Like, what? Hell no. I was just like, yo, I said, they need to go ahead and shut down Spirit and stop playing. Yeah, yes. Baby roaches at that. She had a film German cockroaches literally crawling on top of the thing inside the damn plane. It was sick. I said, hell no. And she told the flight attendant, Soul Plane / Spirit, right? And when she told the flight attendant or whatever, they were just like, oh, okay, whatever. They just shrugged their shoulders and kept walking like it's a roach. Like they just kept walking. I was like, what the fuck? Like they just used the filth. And I was like, that's sad, yo. Don't ever fly Spirit, man. They got roaches and shit. They got mold. Motherfuckers in there with boombox speakers and shit, having a whole party to themselves. It's crazy on Spirit. Yeah, it's like Soul Plane. I would be freaked out too. Right. Wild as fuck. Right. Like, nigga, I'm not flying with no roaches. That's why the damn tickets be cheap. They be like $50, $20. But then the way they get you, they charge you for every little thing. They charge you for luggage and all that shit and everything else. But yeah, I was just like, yeah, they got to go. I said, they worse than Frontier. I said, you might be doing a little bit better of an upgrade with Frontier Airlines before you fuck with Spirit. Because to be honest, in my opinion, I would probably have to say the nicest flight I recently had was when I flew back to Texas to do my household move on United Airlines. United was the nicest flight I ever had. I'm serious. United is the shit. I may sound crazy, but I had a good experience with Spirit. What? Get the fuck out of here. No way. Nobody was fighting. Nobody was ghetto. They left on time is what I really appreciated. You got lucky because from all the videos I've seen, it's a little crazy on Spirit. Because look, even in y'all's airport up there in Chicago, when I had that layover that time when I was flying back home, I had a 3-hour layover in O'Hare International Airport. It was a nice airport. It was my first time flying through there. And I was sitting there minding my business, and this is how I know Chicago's rough, okay? It's 9 o'clock in the morning. This white guy, he politely asked this black guy with his little boombox speaker playing his music, excuse me, sir, can you turn your boombox down? Your boombox is a little loud over here. I'm trying to read my audio book. He was like, I don't give a fuck about your book, nigga. Fuck out my face. I said, God damn, it's 9 o'clock in the morning. He just straight cussed out a strange white man over a boombox speaker. I said, Chicago is crazy. So I never said shit to nobody in the airport. It's fucking crazy, yo. I was like, man, they wild up there. I said, all over a boombox speaker? Like, you that man? Like, damn. But yeah, I was like, it's too early, man. It's too early. But yeah, he got crunk with that white dude real fast. Yeah, Keita hit a lick that day. She really did. Because I've seen so many horror stories about Spirit on TikTok. It's crazy how many horror stories I see all the time. Roaches and shit. Like, it's bad. Niggas fighting, well, I'm not surprised. The most craziest video I seen recently that went viral was Frontier. Frontier is getting kind of ghetto too, because these two black ladies, the gate agents, the ticketing people, they went viral because they refused service to this white man who was like, I think it was like 3 hours late or something like that for boarding. But he was like, my plane is boarding right now. I got like 45 minutes. What are you talking about? And they was like, you supposed to be here 3 hours ago. You gonna miss your plane. You ain't getting on a plane today. We ain't checking on your luggage. It's too late. It's too late. And they was laughing at him in his face. And they got fired too. When they did that shit, they got fired right there on that day. As soon as they went viral, I was just like, damn. I was like, you can't trust none of these motherfuckers at these airlines. I'd probably say the safest ones, Delta, United. I never had problems with them. And maybe American. Look, maybe American, depending on where you're flying. Maybe. But Southwest can go to hell. They got small ass fucking seats. Now they charge it for luggage. They used to not charge for luggage, but now they charge it for luggage. You know how Southwest used to have those 2 bags free and the 1 carry-on? They stopped that shit. They just stopped it. So I was like, well, fuck you too. I don't care about y'all. But yeah, I was just like, man, people getting cheap. I think it's literally inflation. Everyone's getting cheap. Everybody's charging. Like nothing's free no more. Like it should be. Like it's wild right now. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy as fuck. But yeah, I was just like, what the hell? Like what's really going on out here? You know what I'm saying? Like it's getting wild out here. I'm trying to tell you. And I'm trying to think what else is going on. So much been going on in the world. I haven't really been keeping up with the news. Y'all be watching the news lately? Because I don't really be watching the news. Unless I just happen to see it come across YouTube, I don't really be watching shit. That change kind of pissed me off. Right. It pissed me off too. When they changed the free stuff, the free luggage, I was just like, what's the point of flying with y'all? That's the whole purpose. To fly Southwest free shit. You know, you can't give me free shit. What's the point? Because nobody else is giving you free luggage. The last time I checked, I believe United, you get 1 bag free, if I'm not mistaken, and then 1 carry-on. And then after that, they charge. But Delta, they charge you. American, they charge you like $30, $40 a bag. And who else charges you? Let's say American, Delta, Frontier, they charge you very little damn thing like Spirit. I don't think anybody's free. I don't think anybody's flying no suitcases free no more. I think they're all charging literally. But it's wild. Your favorite is American. My favorite was American. Look, was American. But with the recent plane incidents they've been having with all these plane crashes and shit, I don't trust shit with American. No, because all them people that died in DC, God rest their souls, back in January, that was American. Well, it was a third party, but it was under American. I want to say it was American Eagle that they used. Yeah, no, I don't trust shit with American. If it ain't United or Delta, I don't want that shit. I'm just like, I don't trust nobody but United and Delta at this point. Oh, you used to work for United? What? What'd you do? Was you a flight attendant? That's cool. You know, I actually wanted to be a flight attendant when I came out of high school. I actually tried. I was like 17 at the time or 18. And my dad and I flew out to California for an interview. And we get to LA and then we get to the United hub. No, not United. It was American Airlines hub. And I'm thinking it was just going to be like me and a couple of people in line. Why was the line all the way wrapped around the building? And there was like over 100 people in line for the flight attendant positions. I was done. I was like, what the fuck? Oh, my battery's going down. Hold on. Let me get my damn my charger for my battery down. That's the last thing I need done on me. But yeah, it was like 100 people literally waiting for a damn walk-in interview. I said, what kind of silly shit is this? I was so mad. I said, I won't do no more interviews like this again. Oh no. I said, y'all playing with people's livelihoods with this shit. I said, y'all tripping. Get my little charger wrapped around here. Actually, wrong way, other way. Got my thing on the other side. Oh man, but yeah, I said I'll never do that shit again. Hold on. I had to put my charger on my laptop. My thing was about to die on me. I was like, oh shit, let me get my charger. That's the last thing I want dying on me. No. Southwest used to be my new over one with the free peanuts and half can of pop. Oh yeah, I forgot. Y'all say pop up there. We see we country in the South, we say soda. Yeah, I don't know what happened with that. I don't think they do that either. Cause the last time I checked, they still give you peanuts and stuff and like sodas or pop. How you say it, pop. That's so Chicago. Pop. Pop is a sound, nigga. Soda. We say soda in the South. But I don't think anybody really does real shit no more. I mean, when I was on United, I had snacks and drinks too. Now I think about it, they gave me an option of graham crackers or peanuts, and then they said they had water, soda, and coffee, and I want to say juice, but that was it. But yeah, like the Americanized airlines, they all suck. I'm gonna be honest. The best airline that I personally flew on a long time ago, this is over 10 years ago, was the British Airways. If you ever get a chance, fly on a foreign airline. I'm so serious. They are the top. They make our airlines look like shit. I'm gonna put it like that. They really do. Like while we're getting fed peanuts and fucking nuggets and damn water and juice and soda, people like Dubai Airlines and British Airways, they serve you full entrees. That's why they're so expensive. Like when I went from Dallas to Scotland, when I was in school at the time, I was studying, I think it was like the history of Scotland, some shit like that. I can't remember. Oh, you was a customer service representative. Okay, that's cool. Like call center, that's what's up. That's what's up. Or the ticketing people. You're probably a ticketing agent. Because I know they have a lot of ticketing jobs too. But yeah, that's an easy ass job too. That's what's up. But yeah, when I flew British Airways, I felt like I was in the King's Palace in the air. I'm so serious. Like when I flew coach, it cost me about $2,500. I ain't gonna lie, it was steep. But because it was on a school trip, the school was so nice, they combined my flight and my hotel into a combination ticket. So it wasn't just that flight, it included the hotels too. So I get on there, the seats are huge, like first class seats, and this is coach. You look at first class, you go upstairs because we flew on an Airbus 380, you know, those really big jumbo jets that have like the upstairs and the downstairs. I looked upstairs. I said, "Can I look upstairs to see what first class look like?" Because you know I'm broke and I'm country and I ain't never seen what first class look like on a big ass jumbo jet like this. They're like, "Yeah, go ahead, girl." They had a whole bar. Literally, it's literally like Soul Plane. I'm not joking. They have their own bar upstairs, and they have full beds. They don't even have seats. They have pull-out beds, literally, and they have like little foldable desks where you can put your little laptop on there. They have TVs inside the damn thing inside the seat. I was like, shit, they are living large on these foreign airlines. I see why people be flying on these foreign ass airlines. And then on top of that, I asked her, so how much is an upgrade if I wanted to upgrade my seat to first class from coach? She was like, oh, that'll be 10,000 pounds. I said, how much is 10,000 pounds in American dollars? How much are we talking about? Oh, that's like $8,000. I said, $8,000? Fuck that shit. I said, you can kiss my ass. I said, I will dream about first class before I pay $8,000 to upgrade my ticket. I don't think so. Yeah, 2,500 to 8,000. That's a big ass jump. And I said, I did not have that type of money. No. And I got lucky because I flew on a scholarship. That's the only reason why I flew out there. So I was on a scholarship on that shit. I flew American once years ago. I'm too broke to travel now. Plus, I'm scared. Girl, you and me both. Don't be ashamed. I'm broke too, and I'm afraid to. Unless I need to go somewhere, I ain't hopping on nobody's plane. You can forget that shit. I hop on a boat before I hop on a plane right now. Put it like that. Soda sounds like baking soda. Right. Exactly, it does. It's weird because coming from the South, that's all we know is soda, soda water. But yeah, that was one of the nicest flights. I'm not even bullshitting with y'all. Like, I had everything. Like, it felt like Soul Plane. I'm serious. Like, I had a pillow, I had a blanket, I had a reclining ass fucking seat that I can move back and forth in coach. Okay, this is coach. This ain't even first class. You know what I'm saying? Norwegian boat cruises are nice. I heard that too. Yeah, I believe it. I heard also Alaskan cruises are nice too. I don't know what the name of those are, but I heard those are very nice. If I do a cruise, I'm definitely not doing Carnival. Carnival is the hood of cruises. I'm gonna tell you that. That shit's ghetto from what I heard. I definitely want to do Virgin Cruise. I heard, Virgin Airlines, well, they have Virgin Cruise. I heard that Virgin Cruise is all inclusive for adults only. There's no children. So that's like the only way I will do that shit. If it's all adults only and all inclusive, that's the only way I'm getting on the boat. I don't want to be around a million kids screaming and yelling and running and shit. No, nope, nope. It was early 2000s when ticketing agents were needed before the machines. Oh, wow. Yeah, Carnival used to be good. I don't know what happened. And I've never taken Carnival. Now, my sister has taken Carnival. She loves cruises. She's been on at least 10 of them. And the only reason why she's been on them because her black ass be getting them free cruises from the casino. Because she liked to gamble a lot back in the day. She went to, I remember her first one was to Jamaica. She went to Jamaica, Cayman Islands, and also Cozumel, Mexico. And then her second one, she went to the Bahamas. They stopped in somewhere in Mexico. I can't remember, some other island. I forgot what the other one was. But yeah, she's been to several places. And then her very last cruise that she went on was Mexico. But it was just a 4-day cruise. It was a short cruise, but it was still nice. She actually had the ocean front. Now, if you get that ocean front suite, oh yeah, you banking. That balcony, yeah, that balcony suite is banging. That's a nice ass room. You got some bread. And the only reason why she upgraded to a balcony suite is because I think she had a lot of rewards points from her casino thing, and they ended up upgrading it for free. That's the only reason why she got it. But yeah, that's how you get on them little timeshare cruises. Go through the little casino or whatever and get them free ass cruises. You pay $99, just like my sister does. You do the bullshit seminar where they try to upsell you, try to sell you some bullshit rentals. Don't sign nothing. Don't buy nothing. And then you just go. That's all you gotta do. And then you have to pay the taxes, of course, for the port when you get to the cruise ship. Because the taxes, I think it's like $100 or $200 for the taxes, something like that. It's not that bad. I heard Carnival cruises be turned up. I heard that too. Now, my sister, the last time she went on Carnival, she didn't like it because this was during COVID season. She went, I want to say back in 2022 timeframe, somewhere around there, right after COVID just ended. And she said it's completely gone to shit. She said she will never go back on Carnival again. And I said, why? What happened? And she said, because of COVID, now they do the rapid testing. So like when you go, before you get on to board the ship, you have to have a negative test, a rapid test from CVS or like Walgreens or whatever. And then when you're about to board, they're going to swab your shit again to make sure you're negative before you even board. So now it's like really strict protocols before you even board the ship. So it's kind of like, I don't know. So that kind of steered me away with the whole COVID protocol. So when you fly, they don't give a fuck about that shit. But when you're on the boat, they're like hella strict about the COVID stuff. So I don't know. I have credit with Spirit that needs to be used by June, but I ain't going anywhere. Girl, see if you can I was gonna say, see if you can either donate it or use it for something else. Like if you're not gonna go anywhere, ask them to see like if you can like cash it in, because I know certain airlines, they can actually give you a refund if you don't use your credit. See if you can get a cash refund from their ass. Right, you'll pass on that as well. See, nobody wants to do that shit. You know what I mean? Like, who wants to do that? Nobody, right? But yeah, it's wild to me because I was just like, who the fuck is gonna go through all that bullshit? Like, nobody has time for that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's nuts. Like, they're super strict now. But yeah, they're making people do that rapid test before they board and after they board, literally, just to make sure they don't have COVID. And I'm just like, damn. I said they worse than TSA. I don't even feel safe getting on the boats now. As much as I hear they're fun, it's just like I don't want to go through all that extra shit. Now I'm just at the point where I rather fly when I feel like it's okay to fly. Not right now. And go to the actual resort because I've been looking at a lot of TikTok travel resort videos where people be going to like these all-inclusive adult resorts and they look amazing, phenomenal. I'm so serious. Like this one girl's resort, everybody's been going to Mexico recently. If they haven't been going to Mexico, a lot of people are flying to the DR, aka Dominican Republic. And if they're not flying to Dominican Republic, a lot of people are going to what's the other resort that's over there? It's all inclusive. Somebody had just posted it on there. Jamaica. There are a lot of people going to Jamaica right now and like Mexico for some reason. But yeah, it looks like it's popping and locking. They got their little mimosas and stuff posted. And they got the little fruit water boats where they have these little fruit trays in the water and they put it in the pool and they put in, your little thing. It's nice. It's real nice. So I want to go to an all-inclusive resort when I get some money. I definitely want to take a real vacation. Because I'm gonna tell you, when you take vacations in the states won't be talking about shit no more. I'm gonna be honest. Like it's all about hype. It's all about where the celebrities are, what's popping. I feel like the states are just overrated because as many places I've been. I'm just like, I don't have a desire to go anywhere in the States. I've been pretty much all over. The only party places I haven't really been to is Miami. Now I heard Miami is lit, but Miami is hella expensive. Because my homegirl went to Miami and she went there last year with her cousin to turn up. I think that one of them was celebrating a birthday or something. They stayed in Miami for 4 days. Do you know how much that girl spent in 4 days? She spent close to $3,000. $3,000. So what the fuck you spending that shit on? It was like, oh, we went to the bar, we went to the club, we went to the restaurant. Said y'all must have went to steakhouses or something. They was like, nah, these are like some fancy looking island restaurants we went to, and they were just hella expensive. I was like, damn. I was like, fuck that. Yeah, Miami's like LA. They charge you LA prices. And in half the places is kind of like ghetto. But yeah, as much as I would love to go to Miami, I don't have Miami money. Look, I'm not paying no $3,000 in 4 days. I'm sorry. I'm just not doing it. Look, I'm balling on a budget. I look for the deals. I look for the freebies. I look for the cheap deals. Okay? Call me cheap. Because I'm not about to sit up here and spend $5,000 on a trip and I ain't been there a week. Hell no. I was like, yeah, y'all tripping. But yeah, they was taking Ubers and shit. And I was just like, hell no. It's like, y'all doing too much. I said, y'all got ripped off. Y'all must not had no hotel deals or something because I would have been Groupon in that shit. Because look, I have no shame when it comes to saving and deals. I download the Groupon app and I look for food deals. I look for hotel deals. I look for all that shit on Groupon. Now, some of them you have to be kind of careful because Groupon will kind of set you up in the hood. So do your research. That's all I got to tell you. Because, baby, when I did some Groupons, when I went to Vegas that time during COVID, it was towards the end of COVID. My birthday's in November the 1st. And I went to Vegas for almost a week, for like 5 days. And the only reason my black ass went to Vegas that long is one, I had a timeshare through Hilton. They gave me 3 days and 2 nights at the resort. And then after my little bullshit timeshare, I spent 2 days at the Bellagio, the one with the big fancy waterfall in front of the hotel. Now, I'm going to warn you, any resort on the strip, you going to pay some money. You got to have that money. I'm serious. Like, if you ain't got the money, don't go there. And the only reason my black ass went to Bellagio, right, the hood, exactly, is because that's when I had my car accident settlement at the time. I had a horrible car accident. God forbid. I thank God I walked out of that shit. This crazy Mexican girl ran the red light and T-boned me on my driver's door. And by the grace of God, I walked out without a scratch. But because I didn't have any real physical injuries, I felt it like maybe a week later. And that's when I started going to like getting therapy, like chiropractic therapy and stuff. And I found out I had horrible like muscle spasms all over my body. It was bad. It took me like 6 months of like therapy to like make sure that I was normal again. I was walking and everything, but it was just really hard to get around because I was in so much pain from muscle spasms and stuff. But yeah, that whiplash ain't no joke. But child, I played that role. Look, let me tell you, if you ever get in an accident, I don't care how minor it is or how major it is. If you feel like nothing is wrong, take your ass to the ER. I'm gonna tell you that right now. And the mistake that I made, I didn't take the ambulance. Take the ambulance ride. It's gonna cost you a pretty penny. It's gonna cost you about $600 or $800. But if you take the EMS ride, that's more money on, okay? Because when I went to the ER, and I went to the law firm, got a lawyer, I went up in there and played that role real good. I had a fucking crutches and shit. I had a neck brace and everything. when shit really wrong with my black ass. And then I talked to the lawyer and I said, I'm a disabled veteran and I'm hurt, my neck and my back. I was like, Ezel from Friday, my neck and my back. Oh, I want $150,000. Yeah. That was me. They said, "Oh, you're a disabled vet. Come on in. We can do you pro bono, free of charge. You get paid when we win." I said, "Okay, cool." And then we get paid. I said, oh, "Okay, whatever." So they told me it's like 30%, whatever, of the lawsuit, whatever. So I did what they told me. They literally said, "Just build up your doctor stuff." So I went to the doctor literally every single week. Went to the chiropractor. And went to the massage clinic. I even went to the podiatrist. I ain't never been to no fucking foot doctor before. I had so many diagnoses and shit. It wasn't even funny. EMS gonna get their money. Right. EMS gonna get their money. But see, what you don't realize, EMS is gonna pay you too, but they don't tell you that. Because when you have an EMS deal, it's more severe looking. And it gives you more money for damages. They won't tell you all this though until you talk to the lawyer. EMS, emergency medical services, aka ambulance. the ambulance. It's amazing that chick had insurance. Oh, that's the crazy part. She didn't have insurance. Whoever she was under somebody else's insurance, but she personally didn't have insurance. No, she was like a fucking third party. She was like a co-signer on somebody else's shit. That was the worst part. And she was grown. She was like 24, maybe 27, somewhere around there. And she had a white girl in the car. And I know that white girl sued the pants off of her ass because, white people love to sue. They don't give a fuck how long you don't know. You get in a car accident with them, they suing the fuck out of you. And the white girl was the passenger. And her car was gone. When I say her car was gone, it was shredded to smithereens. I don't know how she walked out of that accident. Because this was like, I want to say 6 o'clock in the evening. I had a little dog at the time. He was like a little shepherd mix, little puppy, cute little dog. And we was going over to the park. And it was like, 7 o'clock in the evening. And as soon as my light turned green, I barely pressed the gas. This is why I tell people to look both ways, triple ways, before you move from that light. And as soon as I started edging up and I barely moved, thank God she only got my door. Otherwise, she would have hurt my dog. My dog was in the back seat sleeping. That motherfucker blew that fucking yellow light trying to beat the red light and pow, right in my door as soon as I moved. And I was screaming. I was in shock. I didn't know if I was bleeding because, when you get hit like an impact and them airbags pop out and pop you in the face, oh, that shit hurt. It felt like somebody punched me in my eye real bad. Like, I feel like a brick. Yeah, emergency services. Right. But yeah, that shit wasn't no joke. I was like, nigga, what the fuck? And luckily, by the grace of God, that day, I thank God I had white people witnesses, white folks. It was my saving grace. Them motherfuckers got out that car so quick. Ma'am, are you okay? Do you need EMS? Do you need police? I said, yes, call everybody. I don't know what the hell's going on. I don't know if I'm hurt. And they called the motherfuckers. And everybody came out there. The sheriff deputy came out there, whatever. in Williamson County, aka Wilco. Wilco, do not play. Williamson County will fuck you up. Don't get in a car accident in Williamson County. They will run up your fucking bill. I'm so serious. They fucked her up bad, but she needed that shit. She deserved it. So when they came out there, they're like, oh, she's at fault. We clearly see the tire mark. She blew the light. She's definitely at fault. They got my license. They got my insurance. They got her shit or whatever. And I was mad as fuck too, because that car that she had at the time that I had was a brand new Honda Civic, black on black, like decked out, fully loaded. It was almost paid for. That was the worst part. I only had like $5,000 or $6,000 left in my car, and she fucking killed it. I was so mad. This was back in 2018 time frame. Yeah, killed my precious little Honda. I was so mad. I cried. Man, Geico was like, sorry, we can't save it. It's going to cost you too much, blah, blah, blah. You're going to have use your gap insurance, go get a new car. We'll cut you a check for like $1,000. And that's exactly what I did. I ended up going to a Hyundai Sonata, went to Enterprise Car Sales, got my little Hyundai for like literally cash for like maybe 10 grand or less at the time. Thank God it was cheap. And then I kept on going about my business. But yeah, I was pissed the fuck off. I was just like, this bitch is about to pay. And after I went to the ER and I did all my doctor stuff and whatever, and everything was said and done, it literally took 2 years. I'm going to tell you, that lawsuit shit ain't no joke. Don't get into an accident and think you're going to get your check right away. That's going to take time. 2 years. It took 2 years. They finally settled with her insurance. Well, thank God she had State Farm. She had regular insurance, not Mexico insurance. Thank God. Thank God, because I was scared. I thought she had Mexico insurance at first. And as soon as they settled, shit, they called me at the very beginning in 2020 time frame. That's when I was partying. That's when money was good. They said, oh, Miss Brown, we have your check ready. Come on in. I said, okay. So I came on in there. I said, how much exactly are we talking? How many Benjamins are we talking about? We're talking like maybe 1,000. I'm thinking I'm only going to get like 1,000, maybe 5,000. You know how much that motherfucker lady told me? That woman said $45,000. Said, excuse me? What? I nearly fell out. I said, God. I damn near had a heart attack. But after taxes, because you know the lawyer get they cut, they get a third of your shit. They cut me a check for like 20 bands. But that was the best year. 2020 was a shitty year for most of us, but that was the best year for me. Oh, that was the best year for me. I paid off all them payday loans on them raggedy ass loan lenders so quick. That was the first thing I did. Paying off credit cards. And then that's when I started traveling. So I'm going on vacation. Fuck the bullshit. At that time, I had just got laid off from the post office. I was a seasonal worker. And that's when COVID had started. And while I was looking for work, I said, fuck work. I ain't going back to work till I finish my vacations. And that's exactly what I did. I was just taking random trips. I went to Denver, Colorado, Vegas, Montana. I went all types of places. I was just spending money. Yes, call everybody. I was in an Uber and my driver did a hit and run. Oh, shit. It was minor, but I sued and he had State Farm. Be glad he had real insurance, because baby, these folks ain't playing with these little Mexico insurance companies and shit. There's a lot of people with fake ass insurance. They ain't got no real shit. They just got a liability. But once you know they got full coverage, oh, you about to get paid. Especially Uber. Don't let it be an Uber driver. Because my question is, did you sue the driver directly or did you sue Uber? There's a difference. You sue the driver, that motherfucker may not have no money. But you sue Uber, or you getting a fucking payday. Believe that. Anytime you find out it's a third-party contractor, remember to sue the company, not the driver, because the company is liable. Okay, call everybody. Right. The company is liable. All right. Seriously, because that happened to my homegirl in Florida. My white friend that was stationed in the military. Child, she got hit by an Uber driver at a fucking stoplight or a stop sign. He was a four-way stop sign. He blew that stop sign so quick, fucking T-boned her. She said, I need the EMS, I need the police, I need this, I need that. And she sued Uber, okay? This is what I'm telling you to sue Uber. You know how much Uber paid her white ass? Uber paid her white ass $250,000 for that fucking little T-bone bullshit she had. And it was minor as fuck too. When nobody hurt, she just had a little small little T-bone. And she still got 250 bands at an Uber. I said, yeah. Yeah, man, Uber be paying. That's why I tell people, you find out they're a third-party contractor, go after the company, go after Uber and go after Lyft. They'll pay it, they'll settle. Because nobody wants to go to court for that shit. They're going to settle right away. I'm going to tell you that right now. Because she told me hers took at least a little over a year. I want to say hers took close to about a year. She finally got her shit, though. I was like, man, $250,000. I say, yeah, damn. But that dumbass bitch, let me tell you something about that hoe. She gonna turn around as soon as she get the money and do dumb shit with it. Instead of going on trips and saving her money and investing like she should have been, this dumbass broad bought her husband a brand new $80,000 vehicle. I want to say it was something like it wasn't a Corvette. It was what did she buy that motherfucker? Oh, she bought that motherfucker a Hellcat. She bought his ass a Hellcat, and she bought herself like a Trackhawk. Like they bought themselves very expensive ass cars. And I looked at her like, why the fuck would you buy $80,000 vehicle and you just got 250 bands? That's half of your shit right there, dummy. The fuck? Like, I don't know what's wrong with motherfuckers, but when people get a hold of money and they just irresponsible with that shit, that's what they do. They think about cars. I was like, I don't give a fuck about a car. I already got a car. The thing I'm thinking about is vacation, paying off these bills, getting rid of these debts, credit cards. Right, crazy as fuck. She didn't know no better. I was just like, girl, you could have did so much with that 250 bands. You are fucking crazy. I wouldn't have paid no $80,000 for no fucking cars. You crazy as hell. And then they did some upgrades to their house, and then they did something else. I can't remember what else they did, but they didn't take no fucking trips. Like this bitch lives in Florida, the podunk ass middle of nowhere, Florida. I want to say close to Orlando, some little shithole, and they didn't do shit. You got your money Zelle to you. I know that's right. I know that's right. Get that motherfucking money. Because like I said, I tell anybody, don't let it be a third party. It could be somebody like DoorDash. It don't matter who it is. If you find out it's a third party contractor, sue the pants off the fucking company because you will get that bread. You're going to get at least close to $1 million. I'm going to tell you that right now. Because I think the most I've ever seen somebody get from a third party contractor, probably close to like $500,000. I think it was somebody from back home. I can't remember who it was. But yeah, you sue them fucking companies, you're going to get paid. Fuck the driver, get the company. Uber had everyone sign at that time saying Uber couldn't be sued. What? Get the fuck out of here. What kind of shit is that? What? Nah, Uber on some bullshit. See, Uber did you dirty. Now that's dirty because my white friend, she sued Uber and she got 250 bands. Yeah, you know what they probably did to you? Now I think about it, Keita. They probably did like a NDA settlement bullshit where you probably agreed to a bullshit ass settlement through the driver instead of Uber directly. And they found some kind of arbitration clause, some loophole shit saying that you can't sue Uber directly because you signed something. See, anytime a company tries to get you to sign something, never sign anything without a lawyer. I'm going to tell you that right now. You definitely want a lawyer to look at it. Because did you ever get a lawyer involved or was it just you? Because I would have had my lawyer look over everything and I wouldn't have signed shit. That sounds like a quiet ass settlement deal that they did. That would it sound like to me. It sounded like they settled with the insurance. They probably settled with the insurance. That's probably what that was. I mean, insurance settlement is good too, but it's not enough. If you want a payday, you got to go after the company. I'm gonna say that right now. But that's wild. I can't believe they had you sign something saying that they couldn't get sued. That's crazy. Yeah, that's what it sounds like. They quietly settled with you through the insurance. That's probably what they did. Because they tried to do that silly shit to me at first. They're trying to tell me that I had to sign something. No, you got to sign shit. Oh, hold on. It's my homegirl. Hold on 1 second, y'all. Damn. Hey, let me call you right back. I'm going to call you right back. Bye. See what the hell she want. Damn, I've been streaming on here for 2 hours. But, Damn, man. Yeah, like, yeah, that fucked me up for a loop. Yeah, Uber was dead ass wrong for that shit. They were wrong for that. Shit, it's almost 8 o'clock. I got one more hour till my marinating shit is done. Then it'll be ready by 9. But that's crazy, Kita. I can't believe they did that to you. That's some bullshit. Girl, what you been cutting over there for 3 hours? I know. I just been yapping away, just not focusing on the bullshit. Girl, onions. I'm cutting up onions, as you can tell. Look at this big ass onion. This is a yellow onion, but look how big it is. I gotta skin it like I'm skinning a fucking raccoon and shit. And then I gotta cut the layers. That's what's taking forever. See me, I be taking my sweet ass time. When I be talking, I don't really be focusing on shit. I just be yapping away. And then when I do focus and I'm quiet, then I get shit done. But it's literally the onion. That's all I'm cutting up. I already cut up the garlic. I already cut up the pepper. I'm just waiting on the fucking onion. That's it. Literally. And I'm going to put this bowl of veggies in the fridge. Let them get back cold. I like this stuff when it's cold. I don't like when it's been sitting out. And then everything be ready for the marinade. I gotta call my homegirl back as soon as I finish cutting up this onion. Because I ain't heard from her in days. I've been kind of concerned about her. She been MIA for a minute. I guess she's been busy because she's in nursing school, so I know how that goes. School ain't no joke. And I thank God she's over here because she is an angel. She's my reason why I'm actually getting the surgery done too. She's my transportation. She's gonna pick me up and she's gonna make sure that I get home safely. And she's also gonna spend the night with me to make sure I'm okay too. Man, I swear, if I didn't know nobody out here, man, whew, I would have been crying. Because the VA hospital, they was like, if you ain't have nobody to pick you up, we could still schedule your surgery, but we would have to arrange logistics to pick you up. And I was like, logistics for what? Like the government vehicles? I was like, I want nobody in no fucking government van picking me up. Hell no. Nah. I was like, I already don't trust shit now. Why the fuck would I trust your people at the hospital? I don't trust shit. But yeah, I'm over here been cutting up this goddamn onion for like the past hour and a half. Don't make no sense. I should have been cut this up a long time ago. I just been running and yakking my mouth, not paying attention. But I'm almost done with it. Big up, see a friend. Yeah, she's a real one, for real, man. For real, she's a real one. For real, for real. And if I didn't have my friend over here, I probably would have asked Miss Yo, because Miss Yo's not too far. Miss Yo in the country somewhere, but she way out there, and I know she's busy with her own stuff and her gardening and stuff. So I try not to bother her. But if she wasn't gonna come get me, my homeboy was gonna come get me. He's cool as fuck too. I've actually known him the longest. Me and him go way back to military time. We were stationed in Georgia back in 2011 time frame, long time ago. I've been knowing him for over 10 years. That's the motherfucker I trust in my life, and my homegirl I trust her too, because we met through the call center. We used to work at the call center, and we've been knowing each other since 2019-ish time frame. RIP to that onion. Right? I know I've been bullshitting over here trying to cut up this fucking onion into a million pieces. But yeah, I just thank God I know somebody over here. I thank God I know somebody all the way over here, because all my family's in Texas. I don't have no family over here. My friends are practically my family members, honestly, because those are the only two I fuck with. Besides, anybody else on YouTube or whatever. But yeah, I'm so glad. I'm so glad she's getting me next week, because my surgery is scheduled for Wednesday. But then the fucking scheduler hoe, she gonna tell me that it's subject to change for the time. Because I asked her, am I still scheduled to come in at 8 a.m. so I can get my prepping done for 10 a.m. for surgery? And she said, well, we don't know yet until the day of. We'll call you like the day before to let you know. I said, what kind of shit is that? Y'all told me to be up there at 8 a.m. What the hell? So I don't know exactly what time that I'm needed to arrive until the day of, which is crazy to me. So I gotta let my homegirl know to make sure she bring her ass the night before in case I gotta be up there earlier, because I have a fear they might bump me up depending on their schedule for their surgeries, because I don't know how many surgeries they have that day. So fingers crossed they can keep my stuff at 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. and not something like 6 a.m. I said, I cannot do 6 a.m. It's absolutely too early. My homegirl lives 2 hours away in a small town, and I don't want to inconvenience her either because she's already got to drive just to get me, which is terrible. But yeah, it's horrible. I just hate that they won't give me a straight answer right now. And the nurse scheduler, she actually called me 2 days ago, and she was like, "Hey, Miss Brown, I was just calling to let you know you can stop all your over-the-counter meds." I said, "Stop all my over-the-counter meds? What are you talking about?" She was like, "Since you're a week out from surgery, the doctor said you can't take no over-the-counter meds unless it's like Tylenol. But anything that you normally take in like multivitamins, iron, and all that," she said, "stop those." I said, "What's the big deal with that? What's wrong with taking them?" I said, "I don't understand." She said, like, some certain medicines will thin your blood. They're like natural blood thinners, and they don't want to make sure your blood is too thin before your surgery. I said, "Oh, never mind." So it's like literally life and death. So when they tell you to stop taking certain medications, listen to them because they know what they're talking about. Because I was like, what's the big idea about stopping my medications? And when she told me that shit, I said, oh, never mind. So that kind of spooked me when she told me I can only take Tylenol. I can't take no other type of medication until after surgery. So that's when I hurried up and got my ass up this morning and did that damn power of attorney, that will shit, and updated it with a notary. So that way, in case anything go wrong, God forbid, something gets complicated during the procedure, that power of attorney is on file. Because the last thing I need is somebody say, well, this nigga ain't got no power of attorney on file, so we're going to head and cremate her black ass. Because, the hospitals don't give a fuck, especially the state. If the state got to handle your ass and you ain't got no will or no power of attorney, your ass is going to the fire. They will burn you before they even fucking contact your loved ones. Honestly, they will. Because that's the shitty part about, death issues and stuff. People don't realize how important that is. But I'm serious. You laughing, but I'm serious. Like, niggas don't understand how important the power of attorney is until it's that time. And then when they be like, oh, fuck, Ray Ray and Pookie is in a coma, we can't resuscitate him because there's no power of attorney on file. Bling! They out. Like, that's how important it is. Like, literally on that living will, it tells you, like, do you want someone to resuscitate you or no? It asks you, do you want CPR or no? Do you want to make sure you receive life-sustaining treatment if you fall into a coma? If you turn into a vegetable, yes or no? Like, they literally have all those questions on that damn power of attorney. And the biggest thing I put at the very bottom, if my black ass needs CPR in all capital letters, I want to survive. I do not want DNR. DNR stands for do not resuscitate. Ray Ray and Pookie, exactly. You'd be surprised. It'd be the white folks that will say, I want DNR. I don't want CPR. I don't want to survive. I don't want to live. They be the main motherfuckers. I hate to say it. I'm not trying to be rude or sound racist, but they be the main ones. Billy Bob over there, that's 400 fucking pounds, be like, well, I ain't got nobody. I ain't got no grandkids, and all I got is me and my dog in my little farm. What's the fucking point of surviving? Shit, I don't want any bills. Hell, if I'm dead, they're going to send me a bill anyway. That's how they think. I'm serious. That's how they fucking think. Let me stop. But I'm serious. Like, you'd be surprised. I used to work for the VA long time ago, years ago, pre-pandemic. And I worked at the one in Austin. And I had so many old, crazy white men that were veterans that came in there. And they literally said on their power of attorneys, and I used to do them. I used to do all that shit. That's why I know about all this crap. And they'd be like, I don't have any beneficiaries, and I ain't got shit anyway, so I don't give a fuck. Like, they don't care. As I got my tobacco in my pipes, I'm okay. Like, motherfuckers literally care about the stupidest shit. As long as they have their dipping tobacco and their fucking smoke pipes, that's all they care about. That's it. They don't give a fuck. They don't care. The women might care, but the men damn sure don't give a fuck. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Because as many times I scolded my uncle to go get a power of attorney, you think he did it? His black ass ain't got no power of attorney on file. I know he don't. I said, even though you're poor and you may not have much, you still need to determine like who's going to take care of you, or if you're going to be in a vegetable, you're going to let the VA just pull the cord on your ass. Like that's the whole point of designating somebody to help you. And he got kids, so I don't know why, he wouldn't do it. But I mean, I can kind of understand if you don't have kids, but you still need to designate like what you want somebody to do with your ass in case you can't make decisions. Like it even says if you fall into like Alzheimer's, dementia, do you want life-sustaining treatment or do you not, just don't give a fuck and just wait till you croak over and roll over and die. Like this is real shit and they don't care, like, but motherfuckers be looking at the simplest shit and don't be looking at life shit. I'm gonna tell you, I can tell you off of one hand how many niggeros probably don't have life insurance to this day. I mean, I can't speak. I don't have life insurance right now. But normally I get it through my employer when I start working. But when I'm not working, I don't have life insurance. Now, I do plan on getting me a separate policy once I start working and building up my monies. And then I'll be okay. But at the last minute when motherfuckers is on their deathbed, they're already talking about GoFundMes and fish plates. Like, nigga, you know what time it was. Why didn't you prepare this shit? Like, I'm going to tell you, we are so far behind. I hate to say it. The white folks are 10 steps ahead of us most of the time if they have their shit together. The rich ones, at least. Because rich ones, you know what they do? They plan their funerals. They plan that shit years ahead. You'd be surprised how many white people I know back home that have actually planned their funeral and they're not even in the ground yet. Motherfuckers got plots, burial plots. They got fucking tombstones, headstones already. Motherfuckers got everything. I mean, hell, my parents got them. And they black. And I said, damn, y'all got y'all's burial plots already? Y'all ain't even fresh in the ground yet. And they got their fucking tombstones. And they said they didn't want the kids to worry about it. So they already got their plots and everything. They planned their shit out just like the white folks. I was shocked when they did it. I was like, shit. And it's nice, too. They got some big-ass headstones. They're like this tall. Real fancy and engraved headstones, too. And it's crazy because they already got the year. They got their date of birth, but they got the little dash hyphen until the year that they died. Then they're going to add the little thing when they die. But yeah, shit's crazy. Like, am I wrong or am I right? Like, motherfuckers of other races, majority of the time is white people, they will plan their shit years ahead before we plan our own fucking funeral. Seriously. Like, and I hate to say it, but it be the main ones like Nene and Pookie and Ray Ray that be fighting at the funeral, fighting at the morgue, fighting at the wake, talking about somebody short on change, somebody didn't pay something. Yeah, the prices do be going up on that shit too. And they make payment plans. It's not like they don't make payment plans with the funeral man, but you'd be surprised how many motherfuckers I know right now back home, specifically that are black, that are still paying on funerals. It's sad. Like, what the fuck are you paying on, bro? Like, the nigga died 5 years ago. You still paying on a funeral? Like, it's sad. I hate to be that guy, but it's true. Niggas are paying for funerals still by the dollar. and the cheapest one in town, I'm gonna tell you, is Tommy Taylor Funeral Home. And the reason I know about that one is because that's my dad's cousin. That motherfucker is crazy. He's weird. He's a older black guy. I want to say he's in his 60s now, at least. Real tall, gigantor motherfucker too. Look, literally Jack and the Beanstalk. That nigga's like 7 feet tall. He's really tall and scary, lanky, and he's sweet as hell. But he's fucking creepy. I hate to say it. He's very creepy. My niece hid my sister's policy so she could keep the money. Oh shit, for real? Damn, that's fucked up, Keita. No. Oh, that's cold. See, when you do bad shit like that, karma gonna come back to hunt you. I hate to say it, karma gonna come back and bite her in the ass. She wrong for that shit. Now you can't be hiding money from niggas now, and it's your own family. Come on now, fam. That's wrong. See, that's wrong. That is so wrong. You can't be doing that shit. That is so wrong on so many levels. That is crazy. Wow, that's sad. That's really sad. Oh my God. So wait a minute. It was your niece that did this? Oh wow. It be your own fucking family. It be your own kinfolk. They be the main ones. See, that's why I tell motherfuckers, you gotta keep your ass covered 24/7 because you never know, man. Motherfuckers be plotting, devious, hiding shit, lying about shit. I actually knew a lady back home that did that. She hid a policy from somebody. I think it was the daddy that passed. He had a lot of money or something like that. And they came back to bite her in the ass because she ended up owing like the IRS like $50,000 for scamming somebody. And now she in debt, crying her eyeballs out. Yeah, it's fucked up. Wow. Had her sitting in the funeral home just sick. Wow. That is crazy, Keita. I am so sorry that happened to you. That's fucked up. Nobody should do that to nobody. Like, I'm sorry, but at that point, I feel like niggas be going to hell when they do that silly shit. That's not cool. That's crazy. Selfishness. Yeah, that's selfish as fuck. That is very selfish. You know, I don't understand. Like, what is the big deal between keeping secrets? Why do a lot of Black folks like to hide shit? That's my number one question. I don't understand the big idea about keeping secrets. You know how, like, your mama and them, you growing up, they tell you to be quiet, don't tell nobody our business, da 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 da. Okay, I understand that. But if somebody is on their deathbed and somebody is about to go pass on real soon, somebody should know something. Like shit like that, you just don't hide from nobody. That's crazy to me. That's wild. See, that shit like that would piss me off. I would be so mad if somebody did that to me. Like, ooh, that's got to be heartbreaking. I can't imagine how you felt, Keita. I'm so sorry, girl. That's crazy. I wouldn't even know how to feel. Like, she did that to her own mother? What? Damn. So, like, I'm lost. Who passed on? The mother or the sister? I'm confused. So it was a mother that passed and she hid the policy from your sister? Is that what I'm getting? Or am I getting this right? That's crazy. And yes, that was sick. We just buried her March 28th of cancer. Oh no. I'm so sorry to hear that, Keita. I'm so sorry to hear that. Oh God. I'm so sorry to hear that. Man, that is wild. That's crazy. I don't understand it. I don't get it. Like, what is it about like hiding shit, man? I don't understand. I don't get it. I could never, like, even if I didn't like the motherfucker or if I didn't get, along with somebody in the family, I'm still gonna let somebody know. Like, Paul had a policy, da 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 da. And the same thing, condolences and prayers to you too, Keita, because nobody should have to suffer like that. That is beyond crazy to me. Money hungry, right? That's sad. And I bet the policy wasn't about shit either. Hate to say it. And even if it was a lot, it's just like you didn't have to do that. You didn't have to do that shit. Ugh. See, that's the devil right there. That ain't nobody but the devil. That's devil. That's devilment right there. That's crazy work. Crazy work. Ooh, that boils my blood, man. Like your own people. Why? It's not even worth it. Like, why? Like, I mean, I just don't have no words for that. That leaves me speechless. Like, I could never. I would never. Like, even though I'm not as close to my siblings as I would love to be, I wouldn't do shit like that to my siblings. No. I mean, I would expect them in return to show me the same respect if something were to happen to me, God forbid. But damn, that is wild, man. wild, man. This is why I tell folks, man, you got to really look out for your own, because motherfuckers just do not care. They really don't. And also try to play the funeral home owner. What? What they was trying to do? They weren't trying to pay the bill, or they was trying to lie. My question is, how did they find out about it if she hid it from your sister? That's the question I have. They must have called up the laws. They had to, because ain't nobody finding out about no policy unless they call the legal people. That damn, man, that's wow. That's heartbreaking. That's very heartbreaking. I left that funeral and didn't even attend the repast. Oh, I'm so sorry, Keita. Damn. I don't blame you. You were absolutely right. I wouldn't have stayed for that shit either. I'm sorry. If somebody did that to me and hid a fucking policy and it was my mama that fucking passed, yeah, we're gonna have some problems. I'm not talking to you. I'm not fucking with you. You are blocked. Don't come to the cookout. You are not invited. Don't do shit. No. Yeah, that's crazy. Wrong time to be on some bullshit. Exactly. See, shit like that, that's fucked up. That's wrong. That is ultimately wrong, man. That's some crazy shit. Crazy fucking shit. Like, what the fuck? I don't understand, man. They found out because people performing the burial spoke up. Oh, so somebody snitched, basically. Ooh. That's her karma right there. That wasn't nobody but God for somebody to snitch. That's so sickening. I wouldn't even know how to feel after that. I wouldn't fuck with her. I wouldn't say shit to her family, no family. I wouldn't give a fuck. You do that shit, you trying to play people and lie about policies and shit? No, you didn't went too motherfucking far down. That's crazy. Wow, that is so crazy, man. Ooh. Like my heart reaches out for you, Keita. I'm so sorry that happened to you. Like, nobody should have to go through that type of shit. Like, damn. Owner of the funeral home was super sweet. Oh, that's good. Man. Cause shit like that, oh God, I don't even know how to feel. Like, damn, this and turned into a whole lifetime moment. Kind of made me a little sad, man. That's fucked up. And I don't even know this lady, but that's crazy, man. That's sad. Like, ooh. But her days are coming. That karma is gonna come back to her for sure. Definitely gonna come back to her tenfold, because I guarantee you, when her time comes, she gonna get it back 10 times worse. She gonna get back 10 times worse. And she better hope that she has somebody to help her ass when her time does come. Because God forbid she don't have no beneficiary, she's fucked. Don't be sad. Oh, I'm trying not to be, but fuck, that shit is wild. Like, I'm just like, how long has she hid this, and how long did they not know? That's the biggest question of them all. That's what I need to know. Because that's disturbing on so many levels. Like, oh, my blood would be boiling after that. Yeah, no, you fucking with the wrong one, and it's my mama too. Bye, bitch. You got me fucked up. I'm glad we have a sense of humor, man. I'm so glad, because I'm just like, nigga, like, you asking for the bullshit. Like, yeah, don't ask for shit here. Don't ask for shit here. Her fucking car breaks down in the middle of nowhere and the Klan come after her. Don't even pick up the phone. Almost a month. What? Almost that long and nobody knew? Wow. That's trifling. Yeah, that's trifling, man. That is so crazy. That's crazy, man. That don't make no fucking sense. Shit. Damn. I finally finished chopping up these damn onions. It didn't took forever. I think the onions got me sad. You know how onions make you naturally cry? It's got me teary-eyed. You can't probably see it, but it's got me a little teary-eyed from this damn smell. I hate when I cut up onions. It gets me teary-eyed. But yeah, man. Oh God. Yeah, she over with. She done fucked up that whole relationship. She done. There ain't no talking at that point. Don't you see me? You say nothing. Absolutely nothing. I see you. I act like I don't even know your ass. That's how I be at this point. I don't know you. I don't see you. You don't exist. Goodbye. Bye, Felicia. You do not exist at all. At that point, it's just, there's no room for talking. What the fuck we got to talk about? We ain't got shit to talk about. We ain't got shit to talk about. This girl must be young. Was she really young or something? She sounds like she's a teeny bot or something. She sounds like she's really young, because I doubt it would be an older person trying to hide a policy or some shit. Cancer already ate my sister, and she left her sitting in a funeral home trying to have us pay so she could keep the money, but we didn't give up any money. So she finally presented. Wow. Okay, so it was your sister, not your mother. I was a little confused when you said mother. Damn. So she waited till the last minute while her body was sitting up in there that whole fucking time because nobody would pay. And then she presented the policy. That's crazy. Yeah, that's some nigga shit right there. That's trifling as fuck. 27, I called it. Goddamn Gen Z ass fucking generation motherfuckers. That's about right. It be them teeny bops, the little 20-year-olds and shit. They be the main ones be trying to scheme and scam motherfuckers. I hate to say it. Them the main ones I be looking at. Because I'm going to say, this can't be no grown-ass woman in her 40s and 50s. I doubt it. I'm not over that shit. Oh, it was her mother. Oh, okay. Now I gotcha. So this is your niece. Okay, I was a little confused with all the shit going on. Wow, her own mother. Yeah, she deserved better. I agree with Anisha. She deserves so much better. That is fucked up. To your oldest sister. Oh wow. How old was your sister, if you don't mind me asking? She sounded like she was kind of young. She didn't seem like she was that old. Damn. Girl, that's crazy. I'm so sorry to hear that, Keita. That's crazy. I pray that you have the strength to continue to keep going and moving forward and get all the counseling that you can get, because that's crazy. But yeah, she deserved better. That is fucking crazy. I wouldn't dare do that to my own mother. Like I said, I may not be close to certain family members, but I ain't gonna do that to my own mother. That's crazy. 63? Oh wow. That is insane. Yeah, she was kind of young. She wasn't that old. And my mom is like, she gotta be about 66 now. Damn. I'm so sorry, girl. I'm sorry to hear that. That is wild to me. That just blows my mind what people will do over a fucking policy. It's so sad. She had a lot of life left. Yeah, I agree with Anisha. She showed it a whole lot of life left. Damn. See, this is what I'm talking about. Life is scary. You just don't know when your time is coming. And it's especially when folks that don't be going to the fucking doctors and shit, they be pissing me off the most. You been seeing it all? I believe you, Keita. I believe it, because your story sound like some Lifetime. That sound like a real deal Lifetime movie. I ain't trying to be funny, but this sound like some shit that I would hear on a Lifetime movie. Like somebody hid my sister's policy and trying to fucking scam. That's crazy. Yeah, Keita needed to let that out. It's okay, Keita. We here for you. If you ever need to talk to anybody, feel free. I'm all ears. You know, I don't really have a life. I ain't got nobody. It's just me, myself, and I. If you ever want to talk to me, you're more than welcome to talk to me. It don't bother me at all. Feel free. You can also DM me. Shoot me a DM on Instagram. I got all my links tied on my bio. If you look in my little profile, you'll see all my links in there. But yeah, anytime you want to talk, you're more than welcome to talk. Really ate her up. Damn. And this was so sudden. Oh, this wasn't like, oh, it was a few years ago. Like it was this year. Damn, we only in May. Wow. Yeah, your life does sound like a movie, Keita. It really do. I thought my life was a movie. God. Nah, your life is definitely a Lifetime movie. Yeah, Oprah. Right. Right. Yeah. You got me beat. I thought my life was a movie. First I had the stalker shit. I thought I was really going through some shit, but that's worse. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. That's 10 times worse. Like you just don't do that to family members. I'm sorry. Like, no. Mm-mm. That is insane. But yeah, I salute you, Keita, for being this strong because I don't know how you do it. I wouldn't even know how to feel. Like, whew, that's tough. Very, very tough to go through. Damn. But yeah, man, like you got to take care of each other. Got to watch out for your own at this point. Cause it's just like, fuck, man, you just don't know who be plotting and fucking scheming. It's so sad. Be your own goddamn people. It's so sad. That's why I stress the importance of a power of attorney and a living will every damn day. I try to. I'm messing with you, but I truly appreciate you and Anisha. Aw, I appreciate you too, Keita. I really do. I really do. Now I know you're messing with me, but I'm dead ass. Like, if you ever need to talk, feel free. I don't care. I'm always up all hours of the day. I ain't got nothing going on. I ain't working right now. I'll be working in the middle of June. Well, probably like the second week of June. I should be working when I start my little contractor job. But until then, I'm an open book. Girl, when I say I was up and I really didn't sleep last night, I was up. Like I am a zombie. I have insomnia. That's why I be up on here all late at night too. I fell asleep on my couch for like maybe an hour. And then when I woke back up, I couldn't go back to sleep. I literally been up all night. Seriously. And sometimes when I don't be on YouTube, I be on this other app called Bigo. It's like a streaming service similar to TikTok. And I just be on there just reading books and shit to people, just reading to complete strangers, be bored as fuck out of my mind. And people like my reading. That shit funny as fuck. That's what I be doing sometimes. Going back to the post office, hell no. The fuck? I wish a motherfucker would. Oh no, baby. I ain't going back to no goddamn post office. Now this job is at like a little military station, like a little recruiting station where they recruit people off the street. I'm gonna be working with like the Navy recruiters, and it's just like a little office job. Now I refuse that post office job and go to hell. HE double hockey sticks, hell times 10. I refuse. I rebuke in the name of Jesus to go back to the post office. I'm serious. I will never go back to that shithole. Nope. I don't care. And if they listening, they can kiss my entire black ass, just like Della Reese from Harlem Nights. You can test my entire black ass. I don't give a fuck. I don't care how hard times are. That's the last place I'll go back to. They did me dirty. They had me coming in all different hours of the night, all different hours of the morning with no real set schedules, slinging boxes in the morning too. Fuck that. And I was supposed to be a quote unquote window clerk, and I didn't see no window. No. Talking about I wasn't going to get window clerk training until 90 days. They said, fuck you. I ain't slinging these boxes for 90 days and not doing a window clerk activity. You got me fucked up. I said, yeah, you can have this shit. I quit that bitch so fast. Because what did it for me, it wasn't just slinging the boxes and all the heavy lifting on my back. Because, I got a bad back and bad knees and stuff. But it was the fact that they was playing with my schedule. The very last schedule I saw was a red line crossed out, and I still got the screenshot in my phone. And that motherfucker literally said on there, subject to change by management. I'll show you. I ain't there no more. Fuck them. They can't do shit to me anyway. I don't give a fuck. People don't believe me until I see the screenshot and blow it up real quick. Okay, here go my name at the very bottom. I don't know if y'all can see that, but it's kind of okay. You can see my cell phone now. Okay, cool. But if you look at the very bottom, you see my name right here. See my name? I don't know if y'all can see my name. All right. Now you scroll, look across, and look at the very red bottom, the little red writing, subject to change by management. You put that on a full week schedule with no fucking times to come in, you got me fucked up. I'm not coming in. No. And that was the day I quit. I quit on a Friday, right before the 1st of March, to be exact. I quit on that fucking Friday. I said, subject to change by management. I asked one of them, I said, what the fuck that mean? Oh, that just means that they can call you, like you're on call. They can just call you anytime to come in. They don't really need you necessarily every day. They'll just call you and let you know what time they need to come in. I said, they ain't gonna play Ring Around the Rosy with me. Nigga, fuck that. Shit. And you giving me part-time hours too? You got me all the way fucked up. If you think for 1 second I'm gonna come in at 3-4 o'clock in the morning slinging boxes for like 4 or 5 hours and going home with no real money. And then on top of that, I was only getting like 30-something hours a week. I wasn't even clocking 40. I was getting like 32 hours a week, part-time, slinging boxes and shit. And my checks was like McDonald's checks, $500-600 a check. And you want me to do that for 90 days? Fuck you. Fuck you and that corporation. Look, fuck you and the boat you came on, bitch. I will never go the fuck back. Got me all the way fucked up. Put it like this. I will be a Walmart greeter if I could, if I was older, because you know they only take old folks, before I go back to the post office. Okay? I would be a fucking Walmart greeter. You got me fucked up. Yeah, that shit fucked me up. I said, fuck y'all. That made no motherfucking sense. I done been on here almost 3 hours. This don't make no sense. And I told myself I was gonna come back on this live, but I do need to call my homegirl, see what the hell she wants. I need to talk to her, make sure she's okay. I haven't heard from her in a couple of days. But I'm gonna come back on here. Give me about like another hour because my stuff is still marinating around 9. And as soon as I come back on here, we'll start the cooking, okay? But I'm gonna come back for part 2. So stay tuned, y'all. I'm gonna come back. All right, just give me about an hour. I gotta call my homegirl back, see what the hell she wanted. My kids like ladies. What? My kids like lady. What you laughing at? Girl, yes, this is a good time. We had a time. Look, we had a time tonight. Like they be in the bar. We had a time tonight. Because sometimes you just need a good laugh to keep from crying. I'm so serious because every time I just be out here, man, the struggle be real. And I always have to keep myself laughing from crying, for real. Very good time too, girl. But yeah, give me about an hour. I'll be back, probably, like I said, around 9. As soon as I get off the phone, give her a call. But everything is finally chopped up. I've been chopping on that same onion for like literally an hour after our lifetime moment. But I had fun though. But y'all stay tuned. I'll be back though. Three Stooges. All right now. Bye.